Kia ora, Edifano. Hello and welcome to Fly Palmy Arena, the mighty Manawatū Round 9 Sky Broadband Rapid League. Great to have your company. The Jets and the Whai about to battle it out. The Green Army, they're here. They've turned up early. They love their green and they love their Jets. Searching for a win in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Justin Nelson with you, sitting right alongside me. Four-time Sal's NBL champ himself, Casey Frank. Great to see the mighty Manawatū.
Always the place to be, especially on a Sunday afternoon with the Jets hunting a little bit of success. The first success in the Rapid League would be very welcome today.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've made a couple of more changes, so we'll talk more about that as the afternoon progresses. But some exciting times here at the hangar. Sky Broadband Rapid League, the ladder as it sits at the moment. And as you see, the Jets searching for that first victory.
It's been a struggle. They've been close in a few. That's certainly not because of a lack of talent, but they got to find that cohesion and just to play a little bit better, especially down the stretch. But it's probably going to come down to defense. The Whai, on the other hand, they've got an explosive lineup, but they need to find some success inside the arc in particular.
Both teams need to score a bit more as well. Get that points percentage up. Of course, every basket counts. Let's have a look at the Whai starters for this one this afternoon in that glorious pink. Jet Thompson, Xander Masters, Tatui Lewis. What a season that young man's having. Zion Anderson and Carter Hawkboy, another young star.
Yeah, it's a very talented team. Tatui Lewis, one of my favorites in the Rapid League. He can get off on a hurry. And Carter Hawkboy might be the most vertically inclined player we're watching today in the Rapid League.
Yeah, he's a young star, isn't he? Jets on their home turf here at Fly Palmy Arena in their resplendent green. Here's the starters.
And it's a very solid team. Campbell Scott has started at the Sal's NBL level quite a bit. Jonty Kells, Simon Lafaeli, Lachlan Crate, and Jackson Stent manning the middle. They've got enough size to compete, but they really got to put together a full 16 minutes of competition today.
Two lowest scoring teams of the competition. Let's go to the all-important Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, the Jets and the Whai.
Well, you see the current form for the Jets is obviously lacking, having not gotten to win. The Whai got that win recently, but need to find that consistency. Crate and Lewis, the two leading scorers. And you see in the points per game, not a lot in between these two teams, but the defense is where it's at. A little bit better for the Whai, but the Jets, they have to find a way to keep opponents under 40 points. Is that a question of slowing down the pace or just taking better care of the ball? They're going to have to decide, but they need to do something for it.
Speaking of young stars, Lachlan Crate, 17 years of age. Another rising player here with the Manawatū Jets. The coin officials for this one, Sky Broadband Rapid League, Corey Hogg, Sampan, Amy Jo Clark, Sal's NBL, all ahead of us later today as the Jets host the Whai.
And a little bit of an influx in talent with the Jets bringing in some imports. We'll talk about that later, but Lafaele into the Rapid League starting lineup. We've seen more of Campbell Scott now that he's coming off the bench. This could just be the game if they get over that hump they have not been able to cross.
And some real homegrown talent as well set for a start. Sky Broadband Rapid League Sunday hoops underway, and it'll be the visitors, the Whai, in the resplendent bright pink.
Jet Thompson came off a fantastic game earlier in the week against the Canterbury Rams, really shooting the ball well. Interesting to see if he's able to continue that form today.
Hawkboy gets it down low from Tatui Lewis. Shot clock running down at 6 now. Tatui Lewis, nice little head fake, wears some contact, gets the drop.
So shifty. You have to respect that ability from deep, and uses that little up fake and then got to the cup very nicely to get that finish.
Opening points for the Whai. Lafaele here. Had a good season. Nice little hand in there from Hawkboy. Eventually, Tatui Lewis jumped on it, and we've got an early jump. Possession will go the way of the Jets.
Yeah, I think Hawkboy might have gotten away with a bit of foul of Lafaele's arm there, but unseen. So nice hustle by all the players to a jump ball.
Oh, Jonty Kells with the setup. Actually hit the ring. He was looking for Lachlan Crate. Right idea.
Beautiful play. Really nice back screen by Lafaele, opening up that cut for Crate, and he's there, but you see it bounce off the rim, unable to hold on to it because of that.
Jet Thompson is in a bit of form earlier in this round. Tatui Lewis with the back cut was missed. Here's Thompson. Lafaele, the contest, foul called, and Jet Thompson will head to the Chemist Warehouse.
Lafaele got caught in between positions there. He was down low. He had to help out for those backdoor cuts, and Carter Hawkboy runs up and sets that screen, so Lafaele out of position when Jet Thompson comes out, and he has that open lane, and then he's able to come in get the body of Rafael and get to the Chemist Warehouse strike for 2.
Played well the other night, Jet Thompson, against the Rams. The Rams getting that win in Rapid League by 5, 33-28. But Jet Thompson certainly put his best foot forward.
Probably the best shooting night of the season, not just in the Rapid League. He came off the bench in the NZNBL as well and turned in an excellent performance. And he's just trying to ride that momentum. An excellent defender. If he can have that offense catch up to that level of our defense, he'll be in good shape. Nearly 8 seconds there.
Yeah, under pressure, wasn't he, Campbell Scott? Jet Thompson wearing him. Rafael with a little fake. Goes all the way on the reverse.
He gave him the pose. He gave him the pose. Gave him like a half mailman, but something prettier. Loves the reverse. What a finish.
Jets on the board. Let's see how the Fire respond. Foul reaching in. Rafael. That's his second.
Unfortunate foul there. He's going to have to sit on the bench, take away the brilliantness of this. Look at that, lay it up. Oh, and then grabs the head. He's posing out there. Flash their cameras.
Love to see that.
That's got to go on Instagram somehow. I hope a photographer somewhere keeps that from the side because that was pretty.
He's actually a pretty laid-back character too.
You got to be laid back if you're doing poses in mid layup.
Anderson to Tui Lewis. Nowhere to go. Pass errant inside, knocked out a play by Richards.
Richards checks in. Unfortunate for him not being able to get that catch. But in good defensive position, he's down there on the help side. Got a hand on it, deflects it. Just 4 seconds left on the shot clock for the Fire to finish this.
Got to do something special right here. Thompson searching. Hopoi hands it back, got to go up. In fact, he stepped out of court.
Just a lack of awareness on that catch. I think Hopoi was supposed to come up high and set a screen for Tui Lewis to pop to the corner, but when he doesn't, yeah, the step backwards. The best defender in the league. It's a lesson to all you young fellas and young ladies out there. When you're driving, momentum forward. Don't step back to go forward.
Beautifully captured as well by our Sky Sport team. Turnover to Tui Lewis.
Shifty.
Yeah, hesitation and fake on the outside. Finds Hopoi underneath.
Well, good finish by Hopoi, but all created by Tui Lewis. Really shifty on that penetration.
Jackson Stank fires from deep to Tui Lewis. Rebound knocked out of his hand. A foul, though, against Jonty Kells.
Unfortunately, I think he got it clean initially, but then got some arm late after that one. Good hustle. Probably a little bit early for that jump shot from Jackson Sten. I would have maybe liked to have seen him leave it. Not a bad look, but just in terms of the pace you're trying to play, you're chasing now, and with that foul, straight to the free throw line, go to 5.
Just Tauranga Whai stepped onto the court for the Jets as well. Of course, played the first half of the season with the Saints down the road, now in green.
Just really happy for the young man to get the opportunity. Wanted to play a little bit more. Always tough to do for young players on the Wellington Saints. And he's come up here to the Jets, and he's got an infectious energy. Great dude to have around, but more importantly, I think he play a little bit of hoops, so I think his skill set should fit in very nicely.
Yeah, he brings some real competitiveness, doesn't he? Lewis converts from the Chemist Warehouse. So early stages here, midway through the first quarter. The Phi lead by 6. Here's Crate, the boy from Fielding.
Mismatch down low. Can they see Crate from the extend from the top? They can.
Great pass. Tauranga Whai receives from Scott. Can't put it away from the corner. There's a foul underneath. That'll be...
Is that going to be free throws again?
I think so. Jet Thompson was tangled up. Maybe Campbell Scott with the foul.
The Jets are handing this one to the Phi right now. With just a lack of discipline on the defensive end. You're in foul trouble. You have to be a little bit more concerned with your activity, going for rebounds, swiping at the ball. And right now, with a minute 36 left, it's been a parade to the Chemist Warehouse strike.
And that's their first miss from the strike. 4 of 5 they are. Tui Lewis, leading scorer on the court at the moment with 4 points. Thompson puts the second one down, so that margin out by 1. Now sits at 7.
Got to find a good possession here. Need a great look. Nothing quick, just good basketball.
Aggressive, Lachlan Crate, Hopoi. Got a hand on it. Jet Thompson wants to get busy now. Straight down the middle of the floor. Puts the Jets on all the way to the hoop. Draws the foul against Lachlan Crate, and he'll head back to where he's camped out most of this first quarter, the Chemist Warehouse.
And that one is called on Tauranga Whai. Underneath on the help side, Crate gets crossed up there. And see a little bit of body contact, unfortunately, for Tauranga Whai. straight up, but he's moving in. And you can be straight up all you want, but if you're moving at the same time, that's illegal contact.
I've got to tell you, in the Sky Broadband Rapid League case, it's pretty hard to get to the stripe 6 times in a game. Jet Thompson's going to do it inside 3 minutes.
Now, can he start converting with a higher rate? Will help his scoring. But he is up to 4 points, so not too bad.
Still a minute to play in this first quarter. Campbell Scott, exciting young prospect, draws the foul on Zion Anderson.
Both teams need to get these hands out the cookie jar. Whistles on whistles on whistles, and they're all fouls. They just need to start playing better positional defense. Stop reaching in. You see that reach there.
They do know the name of the competition is Rapid League, don't they? Tauranga Whai, that's well short.
Rapidly fouling their way out of the game.
Richards wants it up high, gets it. Crate will fire from deep. Look good off the hand. Battle underneath. Greensel, great rebound, goes to floor. Now the pink swarm comes forward. Greensel from the wing, got contact as well on the shot, no whistle.
Mismatch down low, if they can see Jackson Stent. He's got quite the size advantage down there. Can't get it to him though.
Tauranga Whai on the reverse, leaves it short.
I think he misquoted his steps to himself there. Thought he had a little bit more space than was actually left.
Dying seconds, Thompson, not sure what happened with that shot.
Well, the Jets need to slow it down and take one shot here. Need to be aware of the clock. Shot clock's off, but they don't realize it.
No, Richards wants to go early, gets tangled up with Carter Hawkboy.
It's never a bad thing to go early if you get a great shot. It's all about the shot quality of Luka Richards. With a nice little crossover, takes the contact, comes back through. Foul there, can't get the finish, but off to the Chemist Warehouse for 2.
10.9 to play in this opening quarter. It's belonged to the Phi. Early lead at 8. Points needed here for the Jets. Luka Richards puts the first one down.
Well, finally a bit of good news for the Jets. It's been a bit of a dry spell, but another free throw here will cut it to 6.
Leaves it short. Luka Richards out of the Kapiti Coast. Jackson Stent fouled on the rebound.
Carter Hawkboy, I understand what he did, but a little bit too physical. So Jackson Stent, is that not the 3rd personal foul? Just a 2, I guess.
Lovely part of the world, by the way, where Luka Richards calls home, Kapiti Coast.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You been there heaps?
A little bit, yeah. Good day trip out of Wellington.
Okay.
You do know where I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're a day tripper. You're a day tripper.
There's Jackson Stent. Gee, a lot of action from this coloured stripe in the first quarter. First one's down, the boy from Canterbury, Jackson Stent. Some late points.
9 seconds. Timeout right now. We'll have to get it up the court quickly.
Still in the first quarter, and another foul. This time in Tauranga Whai.
And I actually think that he was going to step out of bounds had he not fouled him. He was in a difficult position there, really had nowhere to go. If he doesn't get that hand, it was going to be tough for him to stay on that sideline legally. Unfortunately for Tauranga Whai, he sends Jet Thompson back to the stripe. Fortunate for the Jets. Jet Thompson has been shooting it perfectly there, just 4 for 6 right now.
Between the two teams, this is shot number 13 from the Chemist Warehouse in this opening quarter.
You're going to have to change it to the free throw league.
Well, that's how they're getting their points here this afternoon. How many field goals have we had? 2? 3. 3 field goals in total so far.
Heaps, bro, heaps.
Both go down. Chance here now. Oh, the Jets have turned it over. Miscommunication off the inbound. And now the Phi get another chance.
Well, that is an unfortunate pass there. And that is one of the things when you bring a player in mid-season, it takes a little bit longer to form that chemistry, to understand what players are doing, when they're going to cut, when they're going to cut back door. Tauranga Whai makes the wrong read. So now 7 seconds for the Phi to get up another bucket and stretch the 7-point lead out further.
Thompson looking to bring it in. Step back. 3, no, Greensel can't put it away. Tauranga Whai nearly gave it back again. And in fact, is there a foul called there late? No, there's not.
Phew.
Gee whiz.
Please no more fouls.
Quarter time. And that felt like the full 16 minutes of a Rapid League game. The Phi lead at 12-5 with 3 to play. A few stories out of this one after the opening 4 minutes. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. What are they telling us, Case?
Well, they're telling us that the Phi are living at the free throw stripe, 8 for 10 from the stripe in that first quarter to get to those 12 points. 80% nicely shooting, but 3 for 4 for the Manawatū Jets. Neither team has hit a three-point shot, 0 for 5 in total, but it's inside the field goals. The Jets have created some opportunity, but just 1 for 7 from the field at 14%. And those are the key stats from the Chemist Warehouse, thanks to our official stats provider.
Let's have a look at the results so far. Rapid League round 9. The Airs took down the Hawks by 10. The Rams over the Phi by 5. The Giants continue their winning ways. Gee, they're a good young team. They took care of business against the Tuatara by 10. The Nuggets and the Sharks in an absolute thriller. The Nuggets winning that 41-39. And then last night, the Saints at home in the Sky Broadband Rapid League defeated the Rams by 5.
Speaking of the Sky Broadband Rapid League, you can get this fiber starter deal from $30 for the first 3 months. Get that offer at skybroadband.co.nz or call that number, 0800-646464. T's and C's do apply. Offer ends in June. Great deal. I need some fiber. I might get that one. And we're back.
Second quarter, right on cue. Underway, the Phi leading by 7. As they look to get things started here, Ruden's onto the floor now. Good to see him getting some opportunities. Anderson passes out to Thompson and then commits the offensive foul.
Oh, the Jets will be happy to have a whistle that did not go against them this time. 14 seconds in, but we're 17 minutes into gameplay here. We're 15 minutes into gameplay here, only gotten through a quarter. Both teams need to find a higher level of execution and just stop fouling.
If you're a Jets fan, you're going to see a new player this afternoon in the NZNBL. New import in town. We'll have a chat about him in just a moment as Jonty Kells gets on. Ooh, big finish. That will not count.
Unfortunate, Jonty Kells.
Unlucky.
Beautiful pass to Luka Richards. Skies up for that one. Well done, but the contact comes early. I think I would have let that one go. Man, that is a nice play. More of that, please.
Great finish, wasn't it? Getting up strong, Luka Richards.
Beautifully delivered as well, at speed, but put it on a platter for the finish.
Jets to bring it in from the side, Campbell Scott. Sets up, Kells down low, Richards. Porpoy defensively, nowhere to go. Richards up and in, no, bobbled out.
Luka Richards, I think, should have shot that first one. Was playing a little bit too unselfish with that deep a position. Big fella's got to put that on the rim.
Thompson, corner, Masters, loose ball. The two guards battle after it. Jet Thompson, who's had a fair bit of it.
He's got a nose for the ball this afternoon.
Masters, baseline drive, tough from there, draws the foul.
I feel like he bailed him out there. He was in no position to get a bucket. It was well underneath the backboard, just had no angle to get that off, unfortunately. I believe that was Jonty Kells getting caught with the contact underneath the rim. Picks up his second.
The Jets made some news during the week. Casey, new import in town, will be playing this afternoon in the Sal's NBL. Khalil Whitney out of the Kentucky Wildcats, 23-year-old at 198 centimeters with a lot of NBA G League experience already.
And the word from the Jets camp is he impressed in his first week. He's athletic, he's committed to what the team needs to get done. And with a little bit of a talent infusion, especially some athleticism, could make some differences.
Foul there again, not allowing the score.
Yeah, it didn't see much contact there. But the Jets, I guess, will take it. Lachlan Crate a little bit surprised himself and wasn't sure, but maybe one you can let go when there's about to be a layup, but I didn't see it, so I can't really say. And now we're shooting free throws again.
Going to be one of those days. Khalil Whitney, by the way, through his NBA G League career, Greensboro, Windy City, and Rio Grande Valley Vipers, They won the G League title.
Hey, well done on your Spanish pronunciation, man. I really got to give you a credit.
I feel like we had this conversation last night. The won the G League title in 2022 with the Vipers. Guess who was a teammate?
Well, I know this one, so I'm gonna let the fans at home play along. Who was it, Justin?
Well, Anthony Lamb was one of his teammates.
And another one might be wearing some green today.
Mustafa Heron. So they're teaming back up for the Jets here in New Zealand. Looking forward to that. All to come this afternoon in the NZNBL.
To Tui Lewis.
Man, he can hit a three, can't he? And look at that score.
Finding the range.
17-7.
Got to find him in the corner. What can the Jets do in response?
Richards up and under.
Go up straight with that one, Luka Richards. Ain't nobody blocking your shot out here.
Thompson somehow ends up with Masters on the reverse. Good off the glass.
Now we're getting playing with a little pace. The players are finding some rhythm. See if this can continue. That was a foul. Didn't get called, and it does eventually. Count it. One shot for Jonty Kells, and good change of direction there by Kells to cross up. Oh boy, who thought he was going to go left and then tangled feet. That's the contact. That's the finish. Going to go for a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
I'm probably not one to talk about hairstyles, Casey, just quietly.
But I feel a butt coming in.
Well, I just want you to explain the hairstyle here of Jonty Kells.
That's a sweet ratty.
You like it?
I'm always a big fan of a ratty. If my wife would let me put a ratty on my son, he'd have a long one. You know what? You need a rat still.
No, don't.
Can we get it?
No, don't start a petition. Don't start it. No.
You know what? I think it would give you a lot of street cred.
Oh, really?
The kids would be all over.
Oh, I need it. I need it. Trust me. Phi up by 10. Masters getting up strong off the glass. Can't put it down. Look who picks it up. Jet Thompson to Tui Lewis teaming up. Downtown Jet Thompson.
22 points for the Phi. Despite a lot of game stoppage, they found a rhythm and they're doing it from behind the arc. They're now 2 for 4 after missing their first one in the first quarter.
Dominating this one, heading towards halftime.
Well, there's an open look there. Does he take it? He does not. Campbell Scott takes the better of it.
Well, he's one man who can fire up, Campbell Scott. Hit 28 points earlier this season in the Sal's NBL. Scores a basket there.
Jet Thompson on an island. Defended well, but with no help coming, eventually Scott was able to crack the code and get to the bucket.
Thompson.
That's a nice delivery.
It is to Tui Lewis. Takes contact, no whistle. Compared to what we've seen so far, eventually foul is called.
The shot, I mean, I think that might, maybe a little bit of a makeup call for Tui Lewis there. There's a lot of sweet ratties out there. Campbell Masters has
There's a couple, yeah.
There is one rat's tail that's the sweetest in the league, though, Justin.
Are you going to say...
Joe Reefy?
Yes.
That ratty
yes.
is coming correct.
From the Sharks, of course. There you go. There's a shot of Jonty Kells. I know you've got Casey's cuts going on.
Ratty still making cuts, though.
Why not?
It's more of an amendment. You gotta be more fully committed than to just one strand affair.
Well, there's a petition to start.
Yeah, I'm open to suggestions, but I will ignore most of them.
Lafayette. Lots of senior experience. Puts that up. Yeah, good step.
Beautiful footwork. He really does a nice job around the basket. He can't finish above the rim, but his shiftiness of foot allows him to find a lot of angles for those layups.
Rudon. Oh, great turn to the basket, young man. Needed to go off the glass. To Tagovailoa quickly up the floor. Too hot for Kells.
And the unforced errors are mounting up for the Jets. They say that's just the fourth turnover. It seems like a few more. They need to just start taking care of the easy things. They're 4 for 12 from the field. They're fighting hard, but with this deficit, you cannot shoot yourself in the foot. And we've got a player timeout with 11 seconds left. The Phi will bring it up the court.
Jets still have theirs to use as well. Player timeout late in this second quarter with the Phi leading. How about this? Some free fuel with thanks to our great friends at Waitomo. There's the QR code. They have been looking after New Zealanders for a long, long time. Some moolah.
Free petty? I could use some free petty. That sounds like a winner.
Spin and win.
What else are we getting? We got a Buzzy Bee in there? Looks like quality stuff.
Saw a picture of,
check that out.
Saw a picture of a cow there as well.
Hopefully I win a cow. That would be great. Maybe that symbolizes milk.
Jed Thompson, back of the eye.
Call the timeout.
Tauranga Whai does it eventually. Heard you screaming it out, Case. And 2.1 seconds, they'll advance the ball. And a late opportunity for the Jets.
Well, a couple of Jets teammates fighting each other for that possession there. So it made it last a little bit longer, a little bit less time than they had, but let's see what they come out with here. Down 10 points, a bucket here would give them a little bit of momentum and lessen this comeback opportunity, because with just 8 minutes left, that is a lot of ground to make up.
11 of the Phi's 23 points have come from the Chemist Warehouse stripe as well. Quite amazing. Ball in. Good hand. No, foul against Xander Masters.
Well, he's grabbing on the side there. On one side, he's fine. Masters doesn't like it. Josh Tauranga disagrees.
Still shaking his head, Xander Masters.
Well, Lord knows that if you just convince yourself, you can convince the officials. Wait, that's not true.
And you say that from good practice?
Well, after you've tried for 20 years and it still doesn't work, I say keep trying.
Tauranga Whai puts both away. Handy late points there for the Jets. Jed Thompson may get it up from midcourt. He does. And he wasn't too far away.
I actually think it wasn't too far away from a charge with that off arm pushing into Jonty Kells. Nice defense there without fouling. Probably the best the Jets has done of that as we come into halftime. The Tauranga Whai with an 8-point lead coming into the final 4 minutes, and they've done it with some nifty shooting late in that second quarter, but mostly some strips to the line. We're going to have some first half highlights to you now. Hopefully they're not just from the Chemist Warehouse.
Plenty of it. It was the Whai getting the opening tip.
Early on, Tatui Lewis got things going. The soft touch, the nice roll, the beautiful freeze pain finish there by Sami Lapaeli. As the Whai started to get a little inroads, mostly from the free throw line, but a little bit in transition. Jed Thompson certainly leading the way and getting those whistles with his aggressiveness, tough to cover. But it was Tatui Lewis with 8 points in that first half. The Jets make a comeback in the second quarter to make it a little bit closer. But the fouls kept going. Jed Thompson, certainly one of the leaders. 9 points for him, 8 points for Tatui Lewis. They've got 17 of the 23. The best highlight of the half didn't count because of the whistle. All in all, a lot of hustle out there for the Jets with not a lot to show for it because of the whistles that kept coming their way.
Jed Thompson, the star so far at halftime in the Sky Broadband Rapid League this afternoon. 9 points for him. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats, and in particular, look at those free throws.
Well, the free throws are what's getting it done, but when you combine it with an 0 for 4 from deep for the Jets, they're just not able to make up the ground with possessions when they're giving it away. 14 rebounds for the Whai as well, controlling that aspect. The 4 turnovers to the Jets didn't help them either. 3 more shots for the Whai and 5 more free throws in all. That's why they're up 8. The Jets are probably fortunate that they're not down by a bigger deficit.
Sal's NBL, it's a doubleheader on a Sunday, and it's a great day for some pizza. The large 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza, $40. That's available till next Tuesday. There's the QR code. The online code is Sal's Charge. Have fun counting 100 pieces of pepperoni.
I'll count them with my belly. Get in there. Let me have some pizza, a little garlic sauce. I like it.
Jets and Whai this afternoon. Sal's NBL still to come. Bulls and the Giants later tonight to close us out for round 9. Back underway. Third quarter action, Sky Broadband Rapid League. Jets with the opening couple of opportunities. Tauranga Whai sends it down low. Crate, terrific pass to Kells.
Well, good entry pass, a little bit off target, but Crate able to corral it, and the vision to see Jonty Kells on the cut. Jets right back in the ball game all of a sudden.
Yeah, margin back to 6. Tatui Lewis and Thompson.
Got to get some stops here. The Jets need to stay connected and not give up an easy look.
Thompson, that pass, he's done it a couple of times. That time, wild over the top of the head of Greensel.
And that is the 3rd turnover for Tauranga. 7 total in the game between the 2 teams. And the Jets, maybe they got something cooking here now.
And they score here. Makes things really interesting. Carter Hookboy about to come back onto the floor for the Whai. Lachlan Crate can hit threes. There you go.
Nice set there, really good screen by Tauranga Whai, and the handoff and screen by Lafayette gave Creighton plenty of space to get it off.
Heating up in the third quarter of the Sky Broadband Rapid League this afternoon. How do the Fire respond? Greensel sends it outside. Anderson nowhere to go. Jet Thompson now getting busy. Pass off the leg, I think, of Lafayette in the end.
Yeah, 5 seconds left on the shot clock, though, so good defense up to that point. We're unable to stay connected to both Thompson and the roll man. So pretty fortunate that that wasn't captured cleanly for the finish.
Hawkboy back onto the floor. Got to get something up. Here is Carter Hawkboy. Shot clock down to 1. Got to go to Tui Lewis. That'll fall short. And the Jets to bring it back down the floor. They're starting to fly.
Well, strong consecutive good defensive possessions together. Most importantly, no fouls. Let's see if they can continue to find execution on this side of the court. Foul on Jet Thompson there.
He's had an interesting ride through his career here in New Zealand. Jet Thompson, still only 21 years of age, out of North Harbour. Played with the Nuggets at the Showdown in 2020, with the Bulls in 21 and 22, in Australia in 2023, and here he is with the Fi in 2024. Miss there for Lachlan Creighton.
See what the Fi get going. They haven't had anything coming offensively. Where do they go when they need to eat?
Oh, Hawkboy turns to the hoop, gets up, strong young man, rebound, another chance.
Oh my! Bouncy. What a Hawkboy is bouncy. I like going up with disregard for human life. I'm taking your children, but I can't get the finish. Nice contest by Lafayette to get up there vertically and challenge physically without fouling. 14 on the clock for the Fi now.
That would have been spectacular.
Spectacular even if we didn't make it.
Masters, Hawkboy, second opportunity to Tauranga Whai coming down with his arms, I think, in the air.
I don't like that whistle from that angle. Both the other officials, I thought, had better looks at it and thought that was straight up. You see here, he comes out at at the end, a little bit clean. I thought good defense. Carter Hawkboy has 2 strong attacks to the rim, and the second one is rewarded. Here
he is at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Young Carter Hawkboy has recently been overseas, of course.
Played over with Steven Adams All-Stars camp. Then went over for a bit of AAU basketball. Got to some NBA action as well. And the young men and young women got to experience what that level that they're trying to chase is actually like.
What a wonderful opportunity, and well done to Steve Adams and all of his crew and supporters and sponsors for putting that together. Terrific stuff. The young Kiwis to Tauranga Whai.
So that's not doing a great job of bending the defense to their will. See if the Fi can do a better job at it.
Lewis back inside, Anderson off the glass. Can't get it to go. Hawkboy out to the opposite corner, draining the 3, Xander Masters.
Well, nice pass there by Hawkboy off the offensive rebound. That's the best time to kick out for 3-point shots, is if you get those O boards.
Great answers.
Woo, smooth. Great catch and shoot. Nice penetration by Kells to draw defenders in. And the wherewithal and the vision to see the crate on the outside.
Lewis, baseline drive. Delightful.
Tough matchup for Stent in the corner there. A lot of quickness onto Tui Lewis, and he uses it to rip through for that finish opportunity.
How much has that young man improved this season for Tui Lewis?
I think a lot of it's just opportunity. You know, he didn't get a lot of chances to the Bulls last year, and he's getting a little bit more of it as this season goes along. And Rapid League helps as well. 5 on the clock for the Jets to get this off.
Lafayette up over Hawkboy. Battle on the boards.
I've been better pressed to use that left hand there, but he loves that reverse layup. Couldn't get it to fall.
Final 30 seconds of this third quarter. 7-point margin. Hawkboy spinning, nowhere to go. Lafayette got a hand in there at the end. And then a foul against Tui Lewis.
Just the second team foul of the quarter. So with 22 seconds left, the Jets will try and make this the last shot of the quarter.
He's played a few cameos in the NZNBL this season as well, Tatui Lewis. More than cameos, we should say. Been very, very handy.
I want to say he had an 18-point game a couple of weeks ago. I mean, he's just instant offense. He's so twitchy offensively. Does a lot of good things. And when he's getting the opportunity, he's been taking pretty good advantage of it.
Jets looking to get the last shot here. Single digits. Scott wanted it. Gets it now from Lafayette. Campbell Scott, what can he do late? He's a crafty player, goes to the corner. Lachlan, great rush shot. And that's the way we finish it after 3. Tested in the third quarter, the 5, but they lead by 7 with a quarter to play in the Sky Broadband Rapid League this afternoon. Sal's NBL still to come. It's a big day, always is on a Sunday. Jets and the Fi to hit the court shortly. Bulls and the Giants later this evening. But it's all about the Fi right now.
And the Fi here in the first half have been playing well. 19 rebounds in total, out-rebounding the Jets by 8. Doubling up them in assists as well. They've got the only steal of the game, and they've turned the ball over less times. When you combine that with their 13 of 16 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, that has them in the driver's seat. The Jets and the Fi, reasonably similar number of shots. They both made 7 field goals. The Jets have attempted 20, 21 for the Fi. If the Jets can't find a little bit of heat from deep, where they're 2 for 10, at this point in the game, it is going to be very difficult for them to find their way back into things, as Doug Courtney has a chat with the 5 players.
Tia Frost also there with the Jets. Great to see the assistant coaches involved right across the competition with the Sky Broadband Rapid League as well.
Well, it's all about development, not just the players, not just the coaches, the officials, the stats benches. It's an opportunity for everybody to test their wares. For the guys who play a little bit more in the Sal's NBL, to get a nice warm-up. And sometimes Nick Barrow tells me he's a bit too warmed up, but, you know, so it goes.
Played his 200th, did he, the other night? Yeah.
Clicked on 200.
Well done.
Started back with the Pirates back in the day.
Been around a long time, hasn't he? Surely he's a detective by now, isn't he?
I don't think he's been a cop for that long.
Masters. Battle off the glass. Did well. Now he's on the move, isn't he? Simon Lafayette pulls it out. Ends up with Campbell Scott.
Good defense.
Yeah, got back in numbers, didn't they?
Not just in numbers, but got back to the right spots. Everybody didn't run to the paint. They ran out to the shooters. When we saw Kells have that, or when we saw get the ball inside on that drive, if they hadn't run out to the perimeter, there would have been open looks, but the Five smartly shut all those down.
Kells. Score here would be handy for the Jets. Lafayette, not known for his three-point shooting. He is now.
Well, maybe he should be, because they are 2 buckets down, 30-26 with 3 minutes to play, on the hunt for their first win, but they got to string defensive stops together.
Timely basket, Simon Lafayette. Now they've got to close the gap on Anderson. Great block, Lafayette.
Doing it all.
Turns it over.
Unfortunately, doing it all encompasses turnovers as well.
Fi now with another chance. Whoop boy wanted Masters, now goes it alone. Tough off the glass, won't get it to go.
Yeah, good call on shot clock violation, did not hit the rim. Good defense there by Luka Richards. Pressured the ball well up high. Take another look at the Lafayette block with the left hand. And unfortunately after that he turned it over, but that block was excellent.
Doing it at both ends.
Get the ball back to Simon Lafayette, let it fly again. Thinks the better of it.
Score for the Jets here would make things really interesting. It is with Lafayette jumping and skipping and putting it down.
Look at that step, just really well done. The space he covered, on balance for the finish, just down 2 points. Can the Jets get it done?
Here we go, they'll come up with it. Lafayette again.
He's in everything.
Man, what a last quarter.
He is doing it. Can we get the ball back to Simon Lafayette? That is who I want the ball in the hands of right now. He is hot, he is feeling it.
Well, they can take the lead here. Craig. Scott gave up the shot, gets to the glass and puts it in. We're tied up.
The best pace with which the Jets have played all day, side to side, move the defense, and then the rim attack by Campbell Scott to tie it up with 2 minutes left.
Lewis. We'll get substitutions for both teams here. 1:47 to play.
That is interesting there with this amount of time left, trying to get done. 30 up.
All tied up. Plenty of time left. Oh boy. Thompson doubled. Ball swings to Xander Masters, I should say. Goes up, can't finish it underneath. Oh boy, strong.
Stick-to-itiveness. Carter Hopeway underneath the basket uses those long limbs to excellent effect.
They lead by 2. Foul call. Will that count?
That is it.
Points are good.
Rafaeli with the corner for the ages. Putting it together. What a drive. He is up to 11 points now.
32 apiece. That score on the screen will change for you shortly. 32 apiece, all tied up. Simon Rafaeli has dominated this last quarter. And a chance for the Jets to take the lead. 32 apiece, 33-32. Jets lead it. We'll get that score fixed up for you shortly. The Jets are up by 1. Lewis on the drive, takes some contact. Thompson. Rafaeli bodied out of it. Loose ball picked up. Who's it come off? Going to be a Jets ball.
The crowd is hyped. They can taste victory is on the precipice for the first time for the Jets Rapid League team. Nice move there by Jet Thompson, but can't get the finish. I think the Jets fortunate to keep possession there. Looked like it might have been off Stent, but with 1:10 left, they can extend this slimmest of leads.
It's a good crowd in early for the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Jonty Cowles with the travel, just a little bit of indecision there.
He actually was looking at where he was trying to pass it to, didn't see the footwork, but now they've got to defend one more time, or the Phi have an answer.
Final minute. Remember, if we're tied up, overtime periods, 1 minute. Start with a jump ball back in the middle to Tui Lewis. He doesn't want overtime.
Beautiful set. Really well played. Nice screen by Hopeway. Scott chased, but not in time to dissuade that shot.
Jets needing to respond again. Crate. Double down low, kicks it out. Stent can hit threes. Hello, hello.
What an answer. Great offense, penetrating with that backdoor pass. Crate makes the right decision to kick it back out, and Stent shoots it in rhythm for 3.
Jets by 1, searching for their first win of the Sky Broadband Rapid League season. Corner ball, Masters, no contact underneath. It's going to be a Jets ball.
Well, 20 seconds left in this one. And just the first foul for the Phi. I think they're going to have to try and get a trap here in the backcourt. I bring up 3 defenders on this inbounds. I'm trying to get a trap right away. And if I don't get that, by the time they get to half court, that's when I'm fouling, and I'm fouling again.
And that's Zion Anderson's 5th foul as well. So he's out of the game.
Well, that is impressive. I have not seen a foul out of Rapid League.
No, I haven't either, yeah. You're marking that down as impressive,
That's
are you?
impressive. Hey, you got him, might as well use him.
20.4. Jets by 1. Got the player timeout.
Dangerous. Oh, don't pick it up there.
Rafaeli somehow finds Crate, one in the corner, goes Malone off the glass.
I mean, not the decision I would have gone to. I think they need to call player timeout. They do.
Look at the crowd.
That is not the decision I would have made by Lachlan Crate. With 13 seconds left, I'm kicking that out. I'm trying to get this game as compact as possible, but the young fella, full of enthusiasm, straight to the cup with a kiss off the glass. It's like he was all fueled up.
Well, he was fueled up with thanks to Waitomo. Win-free fuel. The moolah is ready there for you right now. Spin the wheel. There's the QR code. Get involved. Have some fun with thanks to our great friends at Waitomo. They've been fueling Kiwis for so long. Your chance to win some free fuel.
Now with 13 seconds left, remember the Jets have a foul to give. If that's going in and the Phi go 5-6 seconds, I'm fouling immediately on the ball. And I might foul again after that to put him to the line, because only a 3 can put this into overtime.
Here we go, game on. What do the Phi come up with?
Well, they need to play tighter.
Masters inside. Hopeway got to go outside. Good set of hands for 3. No. Grinsell missed it all. Off the backboard. They're going to get their first win. That is it. Listen to the crowd. The Green Army has come to life. Sky Broadband Rapid League. The Manawatū Jets get their first win of the season.
Well, the weekend this last weekend of May may become known as the South NBL Weekend of Miracles, as the Southland Sharks get win number 1 yesterday in the South NBL and win number 1 for the Manawatū Jets here in the Rapid League the next day.
Well, let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. What a game in the end. Dominated early from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, but in the end, the Jets get home by 3.
And what the Jets turned around was their efficiency. They were shooting down under 30%. They were 7 for 21 coming into the fourth quarter. 13 for 26, made pretty much every shot they took. From 3, they found some distance as well. The Phi just couldn't keep up the early rim attacks that they were getting to the line in the first half of the game.
Well, happy crowd. 1 down, 1 to go. Sunday afternoon hoops in the Manawatū. The Jets
please. Introducing your property brokers, Jets!
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for excitement, entertainment, energy, and epic.
Manawatū.
Always a pleasure to come down to Palmerston North and see the fervor that these fans, despite not great success on the court, they've been in anticipation of this full squad coming together, which it finally does, and it looks like they might have something to cheer for today.
Well, what about the fans at home? Your chance to cheer as well. There's the QR code, and at the moment, the FI with the early running according to you.
Well, I could see that based on current form, but I tell you right now, this Jets team has a different feel to today than the last time I saw them. The talent is there, and I'm expecting an upset.
Well, it's been a good start for the Jets today. They had a win in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, their first of the season. So this crowd is amped. Let's have a look at the results so far in round 9 of the Sal's NBL. And there's been some big ones.
Some big wins. The Airs and the Rams took care of business earlier in the week, as did the Tuatara, overpowering the Giants. But what about this one?
Hold the phone.
At the bottom, the battle of the South, the Southern Style ends up with the Sharkies getting up 18 points. All is good for the Sharks, not so much for the Nuggies.
First win of the season for the Sharks. Congratulations to them. Speaking of big games, what about the Rams? Win streak goes out to 8, and that was a very, very big victory.
Well-oiled machine right now, playing great basketball. Excellent balance of that unit as well.
Sal's NBL ladder, this is how it sits. There's still a game to come later today, the Bulls and the Giants. Let's head down to 9 and 10, and believe it or not, if the Jets win today, they're back in it.
They're not that far out. One win here will get them 2 wins outside of the top 6, and only a couple of losses off the pace of that big group right there. They did this last year up to the final week of the season. Despite a slow start, they're right in the mix. A few things have to go their way, but it certainly isn't out of that realm of possibility.
Well, we've seen the best and the worst from the Phi so far this season. The new kids on the block. This is how they'll start this afternoon. Bazant, Perro, Hunt, Holland, Brook and Carr. They still have a player to come from all reports, an import forward centre. More on that in the next week. This starting lineup, though, they have to fire today.
They do. Cruz, Perro, Hunt, and Bazant in particular, I think, got to get going. But Phil Carr with that jump shot is what makes this Phi offense go. When he's shooting the ball well from deep, is really what opens the floor up for these other players. He's a little bit undersized at times, but what he gives them down low, vital to their success.
Averaging a double-double this season, Phil Carr. He's the star for the Phi. Let's go and have a chat with him now.
Well, here with Phil Carr, who has been playing very good basketball for the Phi, as they've improved on the defensive end as the season has gone along. What do you attribute that to for your squad?
Just being together a little longer. We know we're a new squad, and we played against some guys that have been together for a while. So it's just growing some cohesion and just like talking more and just getting more to know each other.
For your own game, playing a little bit out of position this year. There's a rumor that there could be another import on the way, but as of now, you're playing that center position, and your skill set as a pick and pop guy. How does that help you, the Phi, get to those victories if you're able to play to your best?
So typically we play guys who are bigger, so you just try to find mismatches in any way you can. So if I'm not bigger than my opponent, I should be quicker than my opponent. So just try to use my ability to shoot to create shots, or just try to drive and create for others.
Well, we love a new face in the NZNBL, Casey, and the Jets have graced us with one today. Khalil Whitney, import, has come into this team during the week. 23-year-old, 198-centimetre wing, and he's got a load of NBA G League experience.
From the G League, went to the University of Kentucky, has been very successful at a couple of different places. A heck of an athlete, out of the Shy, originally a Chicago guy. So can't wait to see what he brings. But the early reports from the Jets camp are that they got a good one.
That's certainly what we're hearing. Mustafa Heron is a key player today. He's in that starting lineup with Krishawn Lane, Khalil Whitney, Liam Judd, and of course Moores, who came in, James Moores, last week and did really, really well. What about this guy, Mustafa Heron? So important today for the Jets.
Well, coming into the season, he was the guy I thought was going to be the import of the season. The results haven't gone that way, so he's probably not going to get the MVP. But look at those stats, 22 points per game. The field goal percentage is low because he's got a lot of load, a high usage percentage. He's had to carry everything. With a more balanced unit, I think this team can go a lot further, still riding his talents most of the way.
Well, if he fires up today, the Jets are going to be very, very happy. Let's go and have a chat now with Mustafa Heron.
Well, Mustafa, it's been a tough road for the Jets up to this point in the season, but finally have a full roster together. What does that mean to you as a guy who's been holding a lot of it on his own in terms of the talent level?
No, it means a lot having a full roster. Like you said, first time the whole season, but, you know, we're trying to stay together as a team and then just getting better. Having a full roster doesn't mean that, you know, we automatically win games. It just taking it one possession at a time, one game at a time, one play at a time, and just trying to win games.
It's taking it one game at a time, yes, but there's an ultimate goal here, and you guys still aren't out of the finals hunt. If you can string some things together, what is the mood within the team in terms of those ultimate goals?
Right now, we just focus on our defense. Playing high-level defense I think that'll help us win games.
Thanks for your time, Mustafa. Appreciate it.
Fun fact, Casey, as we go into the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, Mustafa Heron and Khalil Whitney won an NBA G League title together at the Vipers.
Coach Natu Tofale will be hoping that they can recreate that magic as we take a look at the head-to-head. The Jets scoring a little bit more, but giving up a lot more. The Phi have been really better on defense in the last few weeks, but it's that offense. They haven't been able to really get that grinding. The team that takes the advantage in that area has a good head start. You look at the steals, neither one of these teams are very good at swiping the ball, which is a good thing because both these teams are bad at taking care of it. So hopefully one of those things are going to give. Most likely the steals all up just a bit.
Yeah, turnovers could be key in this one this afternoon. The Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. Jets and the Phi coming away this afternoon. Bulls and the Giants later this evening. The green machine, there they are. They're ready to go, and they are up and about the fans after that win in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. There he is, the captain, Mr. Bazant himself, back in home territory, Tauranga boy. And he's having a fair sort of a season.
Yeah, he's playing pretty well. I think
Former Jet.
Former Jet in the showdown a couple of years ago when he began his Sal's NBL career. And him and Cruz Perro Hunt next to him, I think those two guys are just have a wealth of talent at their fingertips. Haven't really discovered how to impose their scoring will on the games as we take a look at our coin officials. Callum Welsh, Corey Hogg, and Sam Pan, the three men on the whistles today. And this could end up being a pretty physical game. Two teams that are going to be desperate for a win. The Phi, of course, desperate to stay in hunt for the finals. And the Jets trying to break down that door and get into that conversation.
Same coin official crew we saw last night in Wellington up here for this one today. There's the poll, QR code. You can get involved right now. Fun and free. Some Sal's pizzas up for grabs at the moment. 60% of you at home are tipping the Phi to get the win. Love coming here to Palmy. The fans are always dressed in green. There's the new man on the scene wearing number 2. Khalil Whitney. Will keep an eye on him early.
I want to know if the $2 shops that sell St. Patrick's Day gear
sold out.
Too.
Sold out.
Is that like the best selling St. Patty's gear on the planet?
So open up a shop here. Sell out. Every time the basketball season comes around. Have a look at them. Great crowd. Very passionate Hoops fans. And I can tell you now, if the Jets get within a sniff today, this crowd is going to go bonkers.
Hey, well, we saw the excitement in the Rapid League earlier. They were hooting and hollering like they just won the finals. Wins have been tough to come by this season. They're looking for something to cheer on, and they are going to do all they can for this crowd to get excited. Right now, cheering on the ball girl coming out for the delivery.
Love it.
High fives all around.
Sticking to my rule of you've got to be under 3 foot tall. Well done.
She's over 3.
Really?
She looks like she could get you in the post, Justin.
Probably. You may be right. Doesn't take much. Coin officials are ready to go. Fly Palmy Arena this afternoon. Sunday afternoon hoops in the Sal's NBL. The Jets and the Phi, and we are underway. It's going to be the visitors straight up. Denham Brook.
Just miscommunication there, not matched up with the bodies. Phil Carr snatched that one. Looked like James Morris was going to get it, but Phil Carr times it, gets it, and a perfect start.
Is that the quickest basket of the season? 5 seconds? Less?
I mean, not a stat that I've been tracking, but I'm going to say probably.
Kashawn Lane. He'll be hoping to have a big one today. 8 points, 5 assists a game. Here is Whitney. First shot, pulls up, puts it down. Hello.
Interesting matchup with Jaden Bazant on him, giving up a lot of size. If that continues, Whitney will just look for that mid-range to take advantage of what he can do there.
Welcome to Aotearoa. Khalil Whitney. First touch, first shot, first make. 2 apiece. Hero Hunt. Spinning. Holland. Whitney. Rebound.
Snatch that out of this guy with one hand. Kicks the break off early.
Puts it down to Moores. Great on debut last week against Sam Froling in the air. 17-9. Leaves that one short.
Just need to be a bit more aggressive. Went for the fadeaway. Go through that defender. Right through his chin to get that finish. You're better off.
Bazant knows this court well. 2 seasons with the Jets. 2020, 2021. Denham Brook. Mid-season pickup. Hero Hunt. The boy out of Rosmini. Can fire from deep. Leaves that one short. Heron.
Mismatch down low. Mustafa Heron saw it early, but so did Jaden Bazant. Great read from the wing to take that steal.
And listening to the Jets bench, just to our left here in commentary, Casey, they are screaming out to the players to run offensively. They want to play with speed here.
Well, that is a direct contrast to what the Phi do, one of the slowest paced teams in the league.
Bazant for 3, puts it down.
Such a smooth jumper. Thing is like butter. Got a little bit of space, Mustafa Heron, not expecting to step back there, but because the arc with which he shoots, it really doesn't matter how close that defender is.
Averaging 11 points a game this season. He's one to watch if he gets going, Jaden Bazant. Here's Moores. Heron down low. Whitney over the top. Puts it down. Sweet shot.
Well, it looks like the sky report is to give him the jumper, but that's the 3-point jumper, I think. You don't want to give him that mid-range. He has proven on the Phi, I'm getting a little bit tighter, forcing him to put it on the floor, but I think that might come with his problems as well.
Yeah, I reckon the fans are happy with what they've seen in the opening couple of minutes. All the way to the hoop. DeMarcus Holland.
Bad defense there. Unfortunately, Kashawn Lane got tripped up, was on the ground, and Neil Judd didn't switch, so it opened a wide open drive to the bucket.
Whitney sends it to Heron for 3.
Mustafa Heron catch and shoot. Exciting to see him with his first touch look locked in.
The Vipers teammates. Phil Carr bodies through Moores, sends it to Brook. Ends up with Holland. Bounce pass, good, no. Carr had it, lost it, pulls up. 7 apiece.
Good screen.
Lane trying to get in on the party.
Well, nice screen by Morris to create that. Fire right now doing talk, but you see what happens with pace. Their Jets getting good looks if they push it a little faster.
Holland has been busy early. Carr, deep corner shot.
That's
Puts
his
it
game.
down. Yeah.
That is his game. You cannot give him jump shots. You have to make him put the ball on the floor. Mid-range and out is where he prefers to play.
Averaging 14.5 points and 10.5 rebounds, Phil Carr.
But when he plays well, he's up in that mid-20 space, and that all is dependent on him getting good looks from behind the arc.
Heron has already put one away from downtown. Hasn't shot that well from the three this season compared to last year.
Slowly developing play there.
Moores, good defense.
And he did not have a long shot clock to work with, so he had to rush himself there.
Holland wanting to play with speed. DeMarcus Holland now. Heron on, right on his tail. Moores got a hand up. Bounced out. And the Jets resettle. Sean Lane. He's had a few weeks with the team now. James Moores puts it down.
That's a nice finish with the left. I had a chat with him before the game, which we'll see later. But he talked about how valuable it was to go to Europe and work out of that on ball, seeing the results there.
What did you make of his first game against Sam Froling in the airs last week? Looked solid.
Looked like he belonged, and there's not too many tests that are tougher in this competition than Sam Froling.
Carr wants to step back for three. Rebound number 2 for Whitney. 4 points for the new import so far. Pulls up, and again, right on target, just hitting the back of the ring.
Well, you can tell he loves that mid-range shot. The Phi have not adjusted. They continue to give it to him. I think he might get another couple of cheap buckets there before the adjustment comes.
Pero Hunt to the corner. Bazan steps around Lane. Now, foul called. Arm in the side. Yep, for Sean Lane with the foul.
Who was that? So that's on Keyshawn Line trying to get around. I thought it might have been an illegal screen on Denham Brook underneath, using his hands to seal off that second defender. Instead, 5 ball on the sideline, and we are all tied up here halfway through. And I gotta agree with the Jets bench. If the Jets want to make some inroads offensively, they need to push that pace a little bit more.
Jets got the win 38-35 in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Phil Carr around Moores.
Excellent work. Really baited him with that shot fake. You know you have to respect his jump shot. And once he got on his toes, he just attacked off the dribble.
Up to 4 points. Heron, classy.
Strong drive. Too big to present in the post. And the help comes over too late. He is up to 5.
Pero Hunt. Foul. And who's this going to go against? James Moores or Mustafa Heron?
Waiting for the call now from the officials. Goes on Moores, number 11.
Replay picking that up perfectly. Jaden Bazan. Captain of the Phi. We'll get it back here from Denham Brook. Sean Lane trying to stop his progress. Bazan, shot clock at 5. Got to come up with something. Pero Hunt fires away from deep. Push underneath to Tui Lewis. Welcome to the game.
Well, Whitney showing off that athleticism early. He's already got 3 rebounds, 4 points on 2 for 3 from the field. He's got an assist as well. And this does look like a guy who's going to be very helpful for this lineup. Some springiness, some athleticism. But I think most importantly for Coach Manawatū and the Jets organization, he seems like a guy that fits with their culture and wants to do the right thing.
Jets have lost their last 8, have not won a game since April the 3rd when they defeated the Sharks. Been a lean run for the Manawatū Jets. They win today though. Things can turn around very, very quickly. Still in touch with the top 6, believe it or not.
Carr gets away with the foul there. Mismatch down low. Morris needs to take advantage.
And he looks to do that right now against Denham Brook, and he does do it.
Excellent patience down there for Denham Brook. If you're giving up that much size, you need somebody to come and dig. If somebody has 4 or 5 dribbles and they've got 4 or 5 inches and 20 kilos on me, I can't stop them. I need help.
4 points in the game for Moores. Bazan, crafty.
Bazan's locked in. He's got that jump shot off early. Now he's driving to the cup. 5 points for him on just 2 shots.
He's got plenty of fans here in Palmerston North. Jaden Bazan.
He's got fans everywhere.
True. Whitney.
With the Felt the contact, doesn't get the whistle. Welcome to New Zealand.
We could almost have that on record. Tatui Lewis going nowhere. Phil Carr, this crowd making plenty of noise this afternoon. And Carr loses a handle on it. Jets get it back.
I like the way that Moores is defending him. He's giving up a little bit of quickness, but he's playing tight, forcing him to put the ball on the floor. At that time, Phil Carr, you can see the disappointment on his face. He just loses it. We have a timeout on the floor now, 13 apiece. Very tight through the first 7 minutes of this one.
Well, James Moores had a great debut last week against the Airs, 17 points, 9 rebounds. He's a welcome addition. Brings some height to the Jets. Let's go and meet James Moores.
Well, James, finally have joined the Manawatū Jets after a long time playing overseas. Playing in Belgium, can you share us a little bit about that experience as you embarked upon your professional career?
Finally, it was a great experience over there. I was over there for 9 months, and I really loved it. I got to experience my first taste of European basketball, and it was a great time. I enjoyed it.
Going over there, playing at that level, what were the things that you learned that you hadn't previously learned, you know, playing at the collegiate level or over here, especially what you're being dependent on to produce when you get those contracts in Europe?
It was a lot of pick and roll, so I got used to a lot of different reads out of the pick and roll, and just learning how the weak side defense works and all of that, things that just I wasn't getting as much reps at in college, and I think it'll benefit me coming here now.
Well, speaking about coming back, the life of a professional basketball player, you finally got to get back to New Zealand after a long time. How much time did you get to spend with your family back in Ox?
I traveled for 2 days, got in on Thursday, stayed with them for one night, and then I came down here last Friday, played on Saturday.
Glamorous. The life of a basketballer.
He's been a welcome addition, hasn't he?
Spent several years in the States, comes home, sees the family for one day, off to Manawatū with the Jets. Another professional gig.
Looks like he's really enjoying it too. Pleasant young man out of North Harbour. Back underway, it's just under 3 to play in this first quarter. All tied up, good contest. Campbell Scott into the action. Here's Heron on the burst. Sends it to the corner. Whitney leaves it short. Well kept in by Denham Brook. Here come the 5. Hero Hunt. Denham Brook stepped on the line. Easiest turnover in the game.
He just got it caught in between worlds there. Well, hadn't quite sprinted to a spot yet when Hero Hunt was ready to give him the ball. An unfortunate loss of possession there for the 5 when they had created a nice look.
Fashion coordination for Denham Brook on cue again today. James Moores getting busy early. Good defense, Phil Carr. We'll go it alone around Campbell Scott. Excellent play, Phil Carr.
Well, I love when a big can rebound and initiate the break. Those are the kind of opportunities that you create. Phil Carr does well to finish on that one despite some defensive efforts.
6 early points for Carr today. The 2 is a good 2. Khalil Whitney.
New scouting report, do not let him shoot the mid-ranger because he is locked in from about 17.
Every coach around the Sal's NBL taking notes right now. Hero Hunt, Sean Lane gets tangled up again. Tatui Lewis, athletic young man, gets it back, puts it in. Well done, Tatui Lewis.
Well, lack of commitment by the Jets on that one. They let Tatui Lewis have the finish, and nobody crashes to get the miss, so he takes it and brings it up.
Oh, Heron just stepping back, floating it in.
He's talented, man. I mean, he's as talented as any guy in this competition. The things he can do with the ball, his size, his quickness, and he shows it off there. 7 points for him. Perfect from the field.
Averages 22 a game this season. Holland to Sean Lane, hand in the lane was good. Here come the Jets. Lane, he'll do it alone. Nice work on the reverse.
Excellent rejection of the screen there. A little head and shoulder fake towards the middle. Enabled that blow by on the baseline. First lead of the game for the Jets.
Up by 2, final minute of this first quarter. Contest is on. Holland just drops it in for Carr, met by Whitney.
So important. If you can have somebody in that small forward or power forward position be a shot blocker, really opens things up for you defensively.
Moores down low on the turnaround. Here come the Jets.
Jets with 4 straight, putting it on. Actually 6 straight and continues to run.
Whai looking for something late. Out of the hand of Phil Carr. In and out. Whitney, another rebound. He's had his fingerprints on everything in his first quarter.
About a 4-second differential between shot and game clock, so the Whai will get another chance.
Again, they go straight to Moores, to Whitney. Had a look at the three, now pulls up on that jumper. Just off to the right.
Good defense by Torrey Hunt there, not giving him that jumper, but forcing it on him and contesting well. Whai looking to finish strong.
Last shot you would think coming up. Holland ran straight into Denham Brook in the corner. Tatui Lewis, this is his spot. Tatui Lewis.
The shoulder shrug as the buzzers go off. Tatui Lewis takes his time and tickles the twine for three.
Puts it down, brings it back to one. What an opening quarter here this afternoon in the NZNBL. In the mighty Manawatū, the Jets lead it by 1 over the Whai. This is fun. Welcome back to Fly Palmy Arena. Sunday afternoon hoops in the NZNBL round 9 action, and the Jets lead it by 1 after the opening 10 minutes, 21-20. Matt Lacey is the coach of the Tauranga Whai, and he's good enough to join us down on the sidelines now. Welcome, first of all, Matt, to Palmerston North, and what was the key message there at quarter time to the team?
Yeah, just staying the course. I think, you know, we're looking a little bit flat energy-wise, but you know, we've got some coverages that we're going to stick to for now and see how it plays out over the next couple.
From a scouting perspective, Matt, how difficult is it when a team brings in a new import who's up quality, but you don't know much about him? How difficult is that to convey how we defend this guy to your team, especially in the early going of the game?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, you can only do so much in terms of what you see from, you know, overseas and whatnot. So, again, you know, we'll kind of see what Whitney does over the next few minutes, and if we need to make some adjustments, we will.
And good news, I think this is the first time that a coach actually had a bucket scored for him during an interview, so thanks for that, Matt.
We'll take it.
I was going to say exactly the same thing. Well done. Always good to catch up with our coaches. Matt Lacey there, coach of the Tauranga Whai. Jaden Bazant was good enough to deliver a triple for him while he was talking, but then the Jets have responded with 2 of their own. Travel called there against Bazant. 23 apiece.
And the pace has quickened here in the first minute. Both teams executing a little bit better. I like this lineup. Rafaele checking into the game. He played so well in the regular league, but has been really effective for the Jets this year on that pick and roll, finishing around the basket.
Good question for Matt Lacey as well, Casey. New import comes in. What do you do? They would have been scouring everywhere for footage.
Well, you don't know. The thing is, even the footage you see doesn't really tell you how a guy's going to play there. So you're basically telling your guys, test and learn. See what he can do. Let's not give anything up, but force him into things. Don't let him do things.
Lachlan Crate with the foul on a driving Jaden Bazant.
And I think that's a key for this Whai squad. You know, that it's at times can struggle to manufacture points. Lowest scoring team in the league. That's the one way to do it, is get to the line. But they do have nice jerseys, don't they?
The Phi or the Jets?
The Phi and the Jets. I like them both.
I like them both as well.
And if you like those jerseys, use that QR code. Get in touch with the team merch store online. I mean, I definitely like the green. It hits with my Irish heritage. The pink hits with my Miami Vice heritage.
Is there any heritage you haven't got?
Well, do I get to claim it when I used to watch it?
Can I get some Aussie news here? Any chance?
Hold on, Randy. Easy up with that question.
There's the team.
At least buy me a beer first, mate.
Oh, no, we're very good at that. We're usually accepting someone else to buy them anyway. 5 by 1. Lachlan Creighton, the young gun from deep. He played some good hoops earlier today in the Sky Broadband Rapid League as well. I'll tell you who's playing well right now, Jaden Bazant.
Pushing the pace, being aggressive offensively. He's got 9 points on 3 for 3 from the field. He does have that turnover. Hasn't really gotten involved in the assist game or the rebounds, but offensively, I think that's where he can make a real impact. Such a gifted player offensively. I think at times he lets the game come to him a bit too much. And these first 2 minutes of the second quarter, you can see he's putting on his shoulders. I'm going to push the pace. I'm going to get no Cruz Perot Hunt out there. So he's been able to be a little bit more aggressive with the ball in hand.
Here he is at the Chemist Warehouse. First player into double-digit scoring this afternoon. Second one is good as well. He's up to 11. Phi out by 3. Early stages of this second quarter.
The 1-2-2 zone going to be challenging the Jets to find some penetrative lanes with the pass here.
Well, Whitney wanted it inside the whole time, eventually got it, and that's what he did.
I love that attack against the zone. It's a 1-2-2 in particular. Hit that high post and allow that skilled guy to attack the lane as Whitney has 8 points.
Answering to Tui Lewis.
Feeling it. His second 3 from the corner ball pocket, drains it again. He's got 8 points now.
He's a flat-out scorer, isn't he? Again, this zone set up. Whitney wants it inside. Pulls up on that jumper, leaves it short underneath. Who's it going to land with? The Phi. Holland. Nowhere to go.
I thought he was going to get away with it for a second. And you know who created that turnover? Was Khalil Whitney running the lane, well behind the play. But he sprinted his tail off to get to the corner. Holland thought he had the wide open pass. Whitney took that away and forces the turnover. The Jets down 4 coming in this timeout. Need to figure out what they're doing offensively against the zone as it slowed them down a bit.
So timeout called here early in the second. Natu Tafale wants to have a chat to the team in green. Let's have a listen in to Natu Tafale.
And Simon, you're coming off the back. You're down here. He dives. You come off here. Wing guy, look for Simon if he's not there. Yeah. You set that on ball again. You go back on ball. All right? So, James, you're on the wing. You're playing wing. All right. Hey, offense. If they're in man-to-man, if they go to man-to-man, we go back to breaker. Back to breaker or cross. Breaker or cross. You got that? All right. Let's go. Hey, defense, let him in. We can't hear you, man.
Coach Tofele with the whiteboard for the Jets. Oh, I'll tell you what I love.
A little bit of free petty.
Love some free fuel with thanks to our great friends at Waitomo. Mula is available right now. There's the QR code. You can get involved, spin the wheel, have some fun. They've been looking after Kiwis for decades upon decades. Win some free fuel with thanks to Waitomo. Back underway, second quarter action. The Phi lead it by 4.
Always interested to see how teams come out of timeouts and execute. This is going to be so key for the Jets to see if they can't pick up their first win in a long time executing out of this.
Liam Judd. We know his quality. Great young player. Draws the foul. In fact, didn't put it down, so he's going to have to do the work from the Chemist Warehouse.
I like the recognition there, though. He's got the size advantage. The play that they were setting up didn't quite work. He just dribbles down, nice and patient. Probably will be a little bit disappointed he wasn't able to get that up and in, but 2 from the Chemist Warehouse, always appreciated.
Burst onto the scene last year, round 1 against the Sharks, when Andrew Mulligan proclaimed that he had no idea who he was.
I don't think that's exactly how it went.
I might tell
It
you.
was more along the lines of, who is this guy who wasn't really on the scouting report and had 17 in the opener, and he was banging tip dunks. I was right there with him. We were calling the game together, and I didn't realize that he had played before, but he had come out of nowhere to get on the scene.
I love it when you stick up for Mullins. You two, inseparable.
Stick up for facts and truth.
Hope you're well, Mr. Andrew Mulligan. He'll be watching on this afternoon, no doubt. Jaden Bazant can't get it to go. Margin stays at 3.
Wants the ball in the post over here. Whitney's looking for it. Got the mismatch there. Unable to get it for him, though.
Campbell Scott. Moores had it, lost it. Holland picked it up. Threads the needle through the middle and puts it in.
That's going to be basket interference. They can't count that. They can't count that. You can't count that bucket. Sampan says it's good, but certainly was on the rim while the ball's still up there. So that should be offensive interference.
We're going to get a good look at it here, Case.
It would have gone in, but they're on the rim. So once he grabs the rim with the ball still live, that's offensive interference. It certainly would have gone in. If I'm Coach Natutofale, they count that, I'll be pretty incensed.
Well, Callum Welsh is having a chat about it now to Sampan, and it won't count. So correct call. Well done to the coin officials.
No doubt about it, that would have gone in. It still did go in. And once you hear that whistle and you're charging for that tip dunk attempt, it does get difficult, but you have to pull your way back.
Here's DeMarcus Holland. At the Plymouth Warehouse strike. First one is good. Speaking of Andrew Mulligan, he'll be in action later tonight. The Bulls and the Giants. That's a juicy contest.
And just getting there early days now still, but the Giants really need to get this victory up. And a now understrength team with, well, they still have an imported Casey Nwafor, but not a guy who's expected to take that role that, well, Bradley was playing for them earlier this season.
Giants on the double, of course, went down to the Tuatara on Friday night. Margin at 5. Campbell Scott gets the draw.
Surprised he didn't shoot that on the kick out, but nice penetration and a soft, clever finish with a little hit-to-do.
Brennan Brook. Got a feeling we'll see Mustafa Heron back into the action shortly. DeMarcus Holland for 3. Deep as well. Third opportunity for the Fire.
And the Jets just need to box out, not doing enough to close the possession after creating 2 stops.
Holland this time. Great work.
Did he save that as well? Did he save that?
He did.
Yes, he did. Phenomenal play there. Lining it up. I thought Holland might have had that bucket instead. Khalil Whitney says no, denied, and look at this athleticism afterwards, coming right in your living room. Fox it, saves it off the hip, we'll say with the hip.
8 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks already for Khalil Whitney. Heron back into the action.
If I see Carter Hopeboy and Carter Whitney, I'm going to give it to him and try to let him have attack from the perimeter.
Deshaun Lane to Whitney off the glass. Contact there from Hopeboy, no whistle. Lane comes up with it. Morse goes up, met by Brook, fouled.
And Lane, right place, right time, bounces right to him. And he feeds the big man with a big, strong attack. Morse was thinking smash. Devin Brook was thinking, not this time.
Love the aggression there of Morse too, Case. He could have settled for the little jumper.
Attacking the rim, getting on the rim. 6 points for James Morse, 2 rebounds, shooting 50%.
First one, in and out.
3 throws. Not the Jets' friends right now. Only 3 attempts. They've missed 2 of them. They are very interior focused. Only 4 triples attempted today for them as well. Only making 1. Now 1 for 4 for the Plymouth Warehouse, right?
Moores misses both. Margin 6 at 3. Midway through the second quarter this afternoon, Jaden Bazant's been on fire. Misses that, Hero Hunt.
Another mixed box out. That's 4 offensive rebounds the last couple trips.
Bazant, Hero Hunt joining up. Coming in over the top. Whitney called for the foul, or is it Heron?
It was Whitney from behind. It looked like he was clean. Whitney's asking for the replay. We ain't got those. We don't have the replay here, bro.
Can you push that replay button again? It's welcome to.
I mean, that was very clean. You see it on the replay there. No body contact. The angle from which the whistle was blown, it might have looked like contact. But Khalil Whitney, unfortunately, doesn't get it there. Picks up his 2nd personal foul.
going to get a time correction, I believe, on the sidelines. Point officials just stepping across to get that straightened up.
They're going to put on another 40 seconds. Yeah, we've got the right clock here, 4:59. In their arena, it was all the way down to 4:30. And they're going to pump it back up to 4:59.
Winners so far, round 9 NBL. Ayers over the Hawks, Rams over the Fire. Tuatara took down the Giants. Sharks got their opening win of the season over the Nuggets. And the Rams defeated the Saints last night. Got home by 23. The big story out of that one, Case, Hiram Harris with a knee injury.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Saints and for basketball fans all over New Zealand, Hiram Harris went down with an injury to that same knee that's been winning previous to this one.
Some big slices of Sal's pizza down there. 5x4. Mustafa Heron. Jet Thompson in front of him, fires over the top off the glass, left it short, picked up, Bazant, here comes Jet Thompson.
By really packing that defensive end, they've stopped worrying about the three-point line because the Jets aren't shooting.
Phil Carr turns the corner, shut down by Whitney.
I would have given that ball back to Carr in the post. Whitney with the 2 fouls, would have attacked him.
Corner 3, Phil Carr.
Whitney, not up on the scouting report yet. That's the shot Phil Carr wants. You have to make him put it on the floor.
Margin at 7 now. Lots of contact. Wow.
Probably should have been a foul, but Jaden Bazant initially knocks that ball off Keyshawn Lyons somehow, and after it gets lost, ends up going off his back. The right call on the out of bounds. If the contact was missed, the Five have a chance to control this one out. Up 7. Can they keep up this level of intensity defensively?
Danger time right now for the Jets. Opposite corner, Phil Carr this time puts it on the floor, goes over the top of Moores. Another basket for the Five.
Phil Carr playing well, doing a good job mixing that drive with that jump shot up to 11 points now.
Some concerns for the team in green, and up bobs Liam Judd.
Liam Judd, calm as you like it, catch, shoot, convert. Cuts it back to a 6-point lead, but they need some stops on this end.
Jet Thompson's been in a bit of form. Draws the foul there from Mustafa Heron. Jaden Bazant has 11. Phil Carr has 11 as well.
A couple of double-digit scorers. And then how about Tatui Lewis, 3rd leading scorer with 8 off the bench on 3 from 4 from the field. I want to hear from Tatui Lewis. I'm going to talk to him at halftime.
Nice. I think the viewers and the fans would love that, Case.
See what he feels about those corner threes and a few more corner buckets.
Who else are you talking to at halftime?
I think we're going to hear from Keanu Whitley.
Okay.
Hear from the new guy.
Jet Thompson's been in a bit of form lately. Misses the first, played well earlier today in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. The Jets getting their first win of the Rapid League, home by 3. Played with the Nuggets in 2020, with the Bulls in 21 and 22. Product of North Harbour, the 21-year-old Jet Thompson. Second one goes down.
A 7-point lead again. How can the Jets execute in the half court? Where do they want to go to get this bucket?
Sean Lane hasn't had it his own way today, that's for sure. Up against the zone again. Moores, Whitney to Moores, up, in, missed it. Second time, didn't go down either.
Good attack, the right plan, but the execution failing them at the death.
Badly needed that. They do come up with the steal though. Mustafa Heron. Inside, Whitney got some size, surrounded by white singlets over the top of Bazant for 2.
He feels the contact, not getting the whistle coming his way. Gonna have to continue to play forward. Timeout to the Five and Matt Lacey, who don't like the way this transition offense is affecting their defense.
So the Five, margin at 5. Matt Lacey very quickly jumps up to call the timeout to settle things back down. Let's go and hear from him now.
Right, we got a mismatch 45 minutes, okay? If it's not there, it's not there. We don't turn it over, okay? Come on, right? Shot goes up, even though you got high, go get a rebound, especially with this group, okay? Hey, let's go. We're gonna go after this. Let's go Irish, okay? Irish, Cruz, Tatui. Let's go Denim and Phil. Okay,
Okay, JB, your ball, okay? As we come off this, obviously hard roll, pitch it, Irish cut. If you're open, obviously fire it, otherwise it's back cut it. Nothing there, pace into cruise. Pace into cruise, okay? Stay in our 20s, 4 high if we can, okay? Otherwise just stay the 20s. We can go elbow in the next like transition one, okay? Come on, let's go, finish this. 5 on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Young coach Matt Lacey doing a wonderful job with the 5 this season. Speaking of wonderful things, start counting. The large 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza, $40. That's this week's special. QR code, sales charge is the online code, available until next Tuesday. And yes, there's 100 pieces of pepperoni on there.
I count them with my belly.
Our great friends at Sal's. Inside the last 3 minutes here of the second quarter, let's see what the Phi come out of that timeout with.
Well, one team's going to get closer, one team's going to stretch. I don't think this is going to stay at 5. Let's see who executes best down here.
Lewis from the corner to Tui Lewis.
Up to 8 points, and with a big smile on his face, he is pumped up, feeling it.
Jumps up to 11 with that. He's deadly from the corner,
He just needs a chance to get that jumper going.
Lane to Moores.
James Moores needs to be more patient. There are no shot blockers out there. He's playing like he's still being guarded by Sam Foley.
Pulls up. Tui Lewis, offensive rebound.
8th offensive rebound of the ball game for Tauranga.
Lewis by himself again. Surely not. Fires away. Halfway down. Margin at 8. Jets need to respond. Heron pulls up for 3.
He forced that one a little bit, had James Moores open underneath, but Moores has missed the last couple, so he decided to go it on. Moores in great rebounding position, but the ball basically misses in the only place that Moores can get to it. And we've seen Tauranga execute to a better effect down here in the last minute.
Love their scoring spread too.
They've got a couple of guys on double digits, 11, 11, 11, 33 of their 41 scored by 3 dudes. And that's Lewis, Carr, and Bazan.
Jenna Brook called for the offensive foul. The Jets get it back. They need the next 152 to go their way. There's Khalil Whitney, new player for the Manawatū Jets. 10 points for him, 5 rebounds. Let's see what the property brokers Jets can come up with. Liam Judd. Got to get busy now. Sends it down to James Moores. Phil Carr bodying up. Moores over the top. This time gets the drop.
Well, he just keeps going to that right-hand hook in the post, and nobody can stop him from getting to it. I'll be feeding the big fella with those deep catches a bit more often.
He moves up to 8 points to Tui Lewis. Has been busy. Another triple. Indeed, this young kid is absolutely lighting it up.
And I think he got fouled as well. Jets lucky that wasn't a 4-point play.
He's got 14. Judd from the corner.
That pass just dipped down. I think if that would have been a little bit more on target, he might have been getting into his form a little bit more quickly.
That's his career high in the NZNBL. Good bodying there.
I think he had 18 a couple weeks ago.
He's 14 at the moment. DeMarcus Holland with the 2. Margin at 11, just like that.
5 stretched it out. They're well oiled right now, well coached. They're doing what their coach asked them to do.
Whitney from deep.
The Jets getting nothing on the O glass, just 2 offensive rebound opportunities on 19 missed shots.
Whose foot does that come off? DeMarcus Holland. Gee, I wouldn't mind seeing that again. He thought it was his.
Is that a warning for complaints?
Flop warning. This again.
Did they call a flop warning? That is definitely, it's tough to see there, honestly. I think it could have gone off Heron's toe or it could have gone off Holland's heel. The way Holland reacted, I'm going to go with, it was probably Mustafa Heron's foot.
Well, the Jets come up with it. Both teams still have their player timeout to use in this opening half.
Moore's got this mismatch and he's not working his way to the post. The Jets are bringing in these new guys, struggling to recognize where they're attacking from.
Good hand in there. Phil Carr did very well for the Phi. He was in between 2. And he's helped his team get possession back. Dying seconds. Looks like neither team going to use their player timeout. They're going to play it right to the whistle here. Phil Carr, he's got to go up.
They didn't understand. The shot clock was in the line with the game clock.
So that'll do us at the half. The Phi, an 11-point lead, dominating the second half of that second quarter. Tatui Lewis absolutely starring the young man. 14 points for him. Some huge baskets in that second quarter. The Jets with some work to do. Had the lead at one stage earlier in the half, but this FI team have pulled away to lead by 11. Khalil Whitney is the new man in Palmerston North. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, Khalil, an interesting first half. You got some ball in hand early. How are you feeling adjusting your teammates here early?
I'm feeling good. The shot's falling a little bit right now. Just getting my feet under me. Got here a day ago, but the energy is there. I feel like the team right now, we just got to pay attention to detail right now, lock in on defense, and try to get the defensive rebounds. But we look good offensively right now. We just got to stay locked in.
Offensively, it slowed down a little bit in the second half. What do you think you need to do as a collective to find a little bit more on that end?
Just stay with our offense, get it to 2-3 sides, everybody touch the ball, and just get the best shot we can get out of our possession.
Appreciate it, Tom. Good luck in the second half. And I've got Tatui Lewis coming in here in the second one, on fire in that first quarter, or in the first half, 14 points. I got the eye in. What do you attribute the offense to?
Just my teammates are getting me open, moving it real quick. So, like, I'm just there, open. No one's guarding me. So, practice shots I don't really miss. So
well, you're certainly not missing today. You guys got an 11-point lead at halftime. How can you guys keep this lead or build on it in the second half?
We just got to keep pushing the pace, like what we've been doing. Keeping just the same thing what we've been doing. Like, I don't know.
Appreciate it, Tom. Catch you later.
Gotta love it when the camera gets in the face of a young man for the first time. The FI leaded by 11 at the half. The Jets, the Green Army, the fans in the stands. Will they get a lift in the second half? Chemist Warehouse stats coming up after the break.
Three, two, one, go! Let's go, cheer them on! It's always on there, it's always a bit slower. All right, turn around. Reverse it and turn around. Pop it over. All right, got it, turn around.
Always at the game, Chet. Always at the game.
All right, thank you. And a massive thank you and shout out to Manawatū CRC Toyota. How cool are these little Hiluxes, right? Woo! Look at this. I know, don't get a trick that I'm standing here with that guy all the way up there. There we go. All right, we're going to move away. All right. Who's our greenest fan out there? Emma, can I please have a basketball just underneath the table? All right. If you're dressed in green, I want you to stand in your seat. DJ, can I have some dancing music? If you want to win yourself a GJ Garden Home basketball, let me see your dance moves. The thunderstruck apparently. Older people will get arrested. And being English
Welcome back to Fly Palmy Arena. The Jets with some work to do at the half. They are down by 11. The Phi storming away in the second quarter here this afternoon. What can the Green Machine do in the second half? 46-35 the score. Fans, as always, having a great time here at Fly Palmy Arena. They'll be even happier if their team can get up this afternoon. But one man they may have to stop, Casey Frank, is a young man who's doing really, really well. He's burst onto the scene, especially this season. He's already had a career high 18. He's got 14 to the half to Tui Lewis.
Tui Lewis, shout out to Andrew Mulligan. That's his favorite player in the league, I think, and he's been doing it all. Driving to the lane early. Look at the hustle. Getting on the glass from the back, but here's a special 3 balls corner pocket. Gets to step back as well, showing off the skill set, but back to the corner where he wants it all day long. 14 points, shooting the ball well from deep, 5 for 7 overall, 4 for 5 from behind the arc.
There's a new man in green for the Jets today. Into the country only a couple of days. Khalil Whitney, how have you seen his opening half?
I've liked what I've seen him. He's locked in, he's doing good things defensively. 10 points, 6 rebounds. This mid-range is where he's at, but he's got the size advantage. He just takes it down there and gets it done, but he's attacking the glass. He's defending well, he's hustling, he's doing the right things. Doesn't quite understand, I think, what his position in this team and how he can really fit into what the Jets are doing. That'll come with a little bit of time, but right now he just needs to infuse his energy and enthusiasm into the game because the Jets need a little bit more of that.
Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats to the half.
And the Jets
look at the rebound.
Yeah, the Jets need to play better defense, giving up 50% of those 16 shots, though. They've given up 8 offensive rebounds. That's a 50% offensive rebounding rate. You are not going to beat anybody if you're giving up half the shots they miss back to them. You combine that where they've shot twice as many threes and made more than 3 times as many. They've got to make up some of that volume from behind the three-point line and stop sending the 5 to the line. The good news is for the Jets fans, these are correctable errors. They can do it on the defensive end if they lock in.
All the stats, of course, were thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Now, we know the Jets, how important it is to win today and keep their season alive. But what about the Phi? Here's the live ladder in the Sellers NBL. If the Phi go on and get the victory, they're up inside the top 6.
And that's what their focus is. They know they are not that far out. They haven't had the best start, but if they play to their abilities and to the plan that Coach Matt Lacey has them, they'll be right where they want to be on the precipice of a finals berth.
They're up by 11 at the half. The Jets with some work to do. Second half coming up right after the break. Don't go away. No mai hoki mai, welcome back to Fly Palmy Arena. A half still to play, Sunday afternoon hoops in the NZNBL 5-by-11. And Phil Carr could be the man who really lights things up in the second half here.
Well, he's been playing well in the first half, 11 points and 5 of 9 from the field, but 4 rebounds. And what impresses me is the other stats, 2 assists and 2 steals, just 1 turnover, playing very well in that mid-range, shooting jump shots, defending despite being outsized, and using his skill set against Moores. He's got the quickness, so he puts it on the bounce. Controlling the glass, averages double-double on the season. If he reaches that today, he will be able to help propel this Phi team to victory, but it's all about that jump shot. If he shoots that ball, and if the Jets allow him to shoot that ball, the Phi are going to go home with a win.
There he is, Phil Carr. Had a wonderful season thus far. So second half just about to start. The Jets need to come out with some real fire here to get themselves back into this contest. Their season is on the line right now, Casey.
And they need to play like it. They need energy. They need enthusiasm. They need to come out and find a way to pump this crowd up who is gagging for something to cheer about.
Opening possession for the visitors. They're back in action on Wednesday night. They've got the Saints coming to pay them a visit. To tip off round 10. Got to get this one out of the way first. Pero Hunt with the openest, easiest look of the game. Can't put it away, neither can Denham-Brook.
Now where's the pace? They need to push it. They're just a little bit too slow now. They need to use their strengths against the Phi. Good look inside. What can Moores do with it?
Sends it back out to Heron, who has stepped on the sideline.
The careless turnovers starting to mount up. That's turnover number 7 for the Jets now.
Well, it's a bad turnover too. First possession for them of the third quarter. They need to come out with something.
Got to execute. Got to execute. The pass on the interior, off target, leading to the turnover on the kickout.
It's the worst turnover of the game. Foul. Best defender in the game too, Casey, the sideline.
Gets more turnovers than anybody else anywhere. You see Liam Judd gets that hand in on the hip, and Holland goes hard onto the hip. He hits the ground a lot and at pace, because he is playing at high speed at all times. It doesn't take much to knock him off balance.
If anything, watching DeMarcus Holland play probably just needs to find that change in speed at times, doesn't he?
You know, a lot of times he's dribbling with what looks like to me, he's making attacks without the end game in sight. You know, he's just I'm going to go here and then figure it out. But if you could just think that ahead one step, I'm going to go for this layup, and if that takes away something else. But certainly have an effect for the Phi and a good drive.
Another block. Whitney, that's his third.
Come on, Khalil Whitney. Denied.
He'll be leading the average of blocks after this one. Denham-Brook can't put that away. Whitney tracks it down, and the Jets will resettle. Hopefully, an opportunity here for them to score.
The Phi are packing the paint. They're not worried about three-point shots. What can the Jets do on the interior of this defense with it so packed against them?
Well, clearly, they want Moores. They've had to look at him twice here. Now he's got to do it from distance. Lane, got to get it up. It's at 2. He's got to shoot. Big basket, indeed.
Well, necessity is the mother of invention. He was never thinking shot, but when he had to, he let it fly and tickled the twine for 3. A little bit closer than they need around. 8 points of deficit.
Now they've got to get a stop. Carr, inside. Holland, outside. Ends with Bazan. He can do magic things. Jaden Bazan, that one may have just come off a finger.
I think Whitney got a piece of that one as well. Attack the rim now.
Here he is. Whitney up and in. Khalil Whitney, welcome to Palmerston North.
Khalil Whitney doing the business. Defense on one end, gets the kick ahead, and you see what happens when they play with pace before that defense sets up. And I think that's what, normally Bazan's not that far off without somebody getting a finger to it. James Moores plays tippy-toe on the sideline, and they get to get some transition offense by kicking it ahead. It's the first time since the first quarter we've seen them attack that Phi defense without it being set.
At the Chemist Warehouse, can't convert, margin at 6. Looking a little bit better for the Jets, though, to start this third quarter. Phi to respond. Pero Hunt, just 1 point in the game for him. Hasn't hit a field goal. Cruz Pero Hunt backing over the top of Moores. Denham-Brook, well done.
Mustafa Heron just completely loses sight of Denham-Brook. Just attack straight in, no box out, so an easy finish for Denham-Brook, and a bad pass there by Kayshawn Lane leads to the turnover.
We've had a couple, haven't they, early in this third. Holland dancing in the corner. Pero Hunt looking for a lane. And Judd got a hand on it. Tui Lewis, don't think it'll be long before we see him back into the play. 14 points in the opening half today.
5 for 7 from the field and 4 of 5 from behind the arc. Let me math. That's 80%.
He's a star. I love watching you calculate, by the way. Always fun. See the wheels turning. Not sure what that was, but Liam Judd's come up with it.
Push, attack, push.
Whitney will do exactly that. Draws the foul, and he's off to the line.
Well, finally gets that contact and the whistle that he's been looking for. And once again, it comes in that secondary transition. He drives, Phil Carr gets on the arm. The whistle comes, he heads to the line. And this is where the Jets can make some inroads. They're only 1 for 5 from the stripe right now. They need to get there with more regularity, and they need to take advantage of the chances when they get there.
Kentucky Wildcat, of course, the 23-year-old. Plenty of NBA G League experience. Greensboro, Rio Grande, Windy City.
Starting to wonder if he was possibly a teammate of Ty Wynyard when he was at the Big Blue as well. They've been there at the same time.
Second one, doesn't put that one down either, so he's not having a happy time from the Chemist Warehouse.
0 for 3, but the Jets as a team, 1 for 7. That's stinking.
May well come back to haunt them as well.
Oh, there's a ghost in the house already. It's 1 for 7.
Holland, and it hurts when that happens back the other way.
Well, Holland is shooting in the mid-30s, but not his preferred shot. But if you give it to him, if you just leave him out there, he's going to shoot it. And he takes it there, knocks it down. 9 points for him.
He's got a real battle with Heron. Hook comes in over the top with the block.
Just shutting down those lanes. There's so much help coming because they're not worried about jump shots.
Only 7 points in the game from Mustafa Heron. Averages over 20 on the season. The Jets need something from him. Kazant, nowhere to go. Denham Brook gives it up to Pero Hunt for 3. Can't convert. That'll be a 5 ball.
Sean Lane does not box out, and it's been confirmed. He did not play with Ty Wynyard. Thank you very much for that, Julie.
An opportunity to extend this 11-point lead. Carr to Bazant, lots of contact, no whistle. Here he is, the sharpshooter. Holland picks it up. Well, the offensive opportunities are just mounting up for the Phi.
Well, too many offensive rebounds. That's their 13th offensive rebound. Coach Manawatū calling a timeout now. They've missed 24 shots, and they've got 13 of them back. That is better than 50% on the offensive glass right now. And that's just not good enough. And that's just work rate. You got to lock in. You got to box out. And the attention to detail lacking right now, so the Jets are down 13.
Tell you the other thing that's happened, this crowd is dead quiet. Natu Tofale, let's see what he has to say.
All right? Offense, transition. Let's get it up the floor quicker. Can we get a drag and straight into breakers? All right? We run there. All right? Got to get there. Look to be aggressive on offense. We look like we're just passing and go through the motion. All right? Come on now. All right? If we get a rim run from James, let's explore. James, come on out. Be aggressive. Go up with it. All right? Let's make this. Come on. We need a run. We need a run now. All right? Let's go. Next play.
Down by 13, Casey. What do they need to do here out of this timeout?
Well, certainly some of Coach Manawatū Tofale is talking about is there, but to me, it's about energy. It's about the little things. I would have been hampering on getting rebounds. If we don't let them get offensive rebounds, they are not scoring on us. We've held them to 44% overall, but it's not because of our defense on the first attempt. It's the second one. They've got 5 more shots of them right now. They're forcing turnovers. Some of the stuff offensively is good too, but it's about rim attacks. It's about boxing out. They got to control that paint.
Phi leading the total rebound count, 35 to 16.
16?
Yeah, that's it. Lane gets 2 back.
Dear Lord, 35 to 16. That is a behind the shed whooping.
Well, that is a whooping, you're right. Only the Jets can change that. Tatui Lewis stepping around Heron. Carr has Moores to beat, sends it out to the corner. Tatui Lewis, oh, indeed. Tatui Lewis.
Put it on one. 17 points now. Now 5 for 7 from behind the arc.
Well, you spoke to him at halftime. Did he say, I don't miss?
He says, I don't miss those shots. And he does not miss these shots. Open looks, we didn't see it there, but it was the landing zone. Mustafa Heron's foot got underneath the foot of Tatui Lewis. Got to give that one, that shooter, that landing space. The Phi stretching it out very much in large part because of this man's contribution off the bench. I believe that is 17 points for him now. And when we make it 18, that could be a match of his career high in the NBL.
Birch from the Chemist Warehouse. Tatui Lewis. What an afternoon for him. Has 18. Lane looking for back-to-back for the Jets.
But that penetration all by himself. Nobody with him. He's got no options, nowhere to pass. Lack of movement and energy for the Jets offensively.
Game high 15-point margin right now. Here he is again. Lewis, add another 2.
Doing it all, 20 points. I believe this is a career high for the young man, and he is dominating off the bench.
Making a statement, isn't he? Campbell Scott. Return of serve, not there.
I like Campbell Scott in the game. He's at least a guy who can shoot the basketball.
Let's look for Tatui Lewis. Coming back around.
He's open again.
And he is, and he'll fire away. Tatui Lewis this time leaves it short.
I think he got a little bit excited. Hadn't been that wide open all night.
Good setup, though, from the Phi. Whitney. 12 points on debut for him. Contact mid-court, no whistle. I like that. Let it go. Phil Carr looking for the dagger right now, the Phi, aren't they?
14th offensive rebound.
Holland sends it back out. Oh, Tatui Lewis.
He is on one. Give that young man the ball. And then later today, give him the game ball because he's got 23 on 67% shooting.
Lane responds on the reverse. I'll tell you what Tatui Lewis is doing right now, Casey. He is earning himself a bigger contract in season 2025.
Yeah, I could name a couple of teams that could use him.
I could name quite a few that could use him right now. You're right. Holland. Oh, it looked messy, didn't it? Lachlan Crate with the foul.
Yeah, just unfortunate foul there. I don't think Holland was going to be able to finish that one, but lets him off the hook. And an 18-point deficit has this crowd that wants to cheer for something sitting on those hands to keep them warm instead.
They've been silenced, haven't they? Had a good early run in this quarter. Pegged back some points, got some early baskets, but since then, this Phi team has dominated. Game MVP, QR code there for all of you viewers. We want to hear from you. Sal's Pizza's up for grabs. Who do you think is today's game MVP? Currently, I'm looking at...
Well, there's one man at the top of that list.
Number 13, T. Lewis. 23 in the game, 8 of 12 shooting, 6 of 9 from beyond the arc. But it's your say at home. Get involved, have some fun. Margin at 20, believe it or not.
Look how far out the Jets have to initiate offense. The Phi really extending their defensive coverage.
Lane. Been pretty good this quarter, up to 9 points, but they need a lot more from Heron.
You need the ball movement through hands. They need to get that side to side, force this Phi defense to adjust. Right now, they're just trying to hammer a square through a circular hole.
Phil Carr been excellent today. Can't get that one to go. James Moores with the rebound. He's gone quiet as well, James Moores.
Well, he hasn't got a touch in the post.
Here's Whitney inside, wanted the whistle. Phi come up with it again. A couple of minutes to play in this third quarter. They've owned it.
Phil Carr with the mismatch. They get him inside. Travel call.
Little blemish there from the star of the show this afternoon. Former Franklin Bull. What do you think the Franklin Bulls are thinking at the moment watching on?
Well, I think they're pretty happy with the guards that they have. But, you know, Tatui as well, you know, from Country Waikato, probably enjoyed the Phi move, brought him a little bit closer to home.
Lane indecision.
That almost became an assist.
Could have put it away, Lachlan Croak. They restart again, a rare offensive rebound for them. Whitney.
Where fortune has not favored them today.
Well, we know that he can shoot, Lewis, but
I got some on there. Good work on the camera angle. Correct call.
Doesn't take a backward step defensively either, does he?
Oh no, he's confident at all times, and he understands how to use his quickness. One of my favorite things about Tui Lewis is just watching him when the game's not going on. You see him in the background there, but he cannot stand still. It is just all kinetic energy. He is bouncy, he is going, he's twitchy at all times. It's just a guy who lives for the movement, lives for the game, and is enjoying it.
Whitney, he's having a dirty opening from the Chemist Warehouse.
Yeah, Jets are now 2 for 9 from the strike.
What's Whitney? 1 of 5, 6, 1 of 5. Hopoi. Oh, young man. Excellent work by Kata Hopoi. The 17-year-old taking on 2 imports of the Jets.
He likes to play above the rim. Got cut out down low, otherwise I think that might have been another rim rocker.
11-point margin at halftime. Just 1 point in it at quarter time. But it's now out to 21. There is young Carter Hawkboy. This is the bonus. Can the Jets take something confident into three-quarter time?
Just no penetration for the Jets.
Sideways at the moment, aren't they? Jackson Stent out there.
8 seconds on the clock before they even got inside the three-point line.
Now down to 4. Campbell Scott's got to come up with something. Little runner doesn't go down. James Moores is there to finish it.
And more of that from James Moore would be well appreciated by the Jets home crowd, attacking the offensive glass. He's got the size. They finally get something going towards the bucket, and Moores just gets that up before the shot clock buzzer goes off.
10 points, 8 rebounds this afternoon for the North Harbour product. Been playing over in the Netherlands.
Belgium, actually.
Belgium, was it? Well, they're next door, aren't they? It's pretty close. Everything's close over there.
Pretty close.
It's only a short walk.
I'm sure the Dutch and the Belgians wouldn't mind you confusing them at all.
They make some good beer over there.
You're from Adelaide, right?
Yeah, that's right. We do take offense to that. Thanks very much.
Yeah, that's my point.
Good boy. Pero Hunt with some aggression. Another basket for the Phi.
Well, used up every second of the shot clock, and Pero Hunt with the contact, doesn't matter, still gets the finish. 20-point deficit for the Jets.
His first field goal of the afternoon as well, proves Pero Hunt. He's had others stepping up, foul there.
The Jets, more questions than answers out there. Don't know exactly what they're getting into. I just want to see them get aggressive. They're on the back foot right now. Mustafa Heron trying to tell them the same things. They should have 1 shot left after this, an 8-second differential between the shot clock and game clock once the Phi get the ball back.
One thing that's been noticeable about the Phi in the last month, they let go of Vance Jackson Jr., who at the time was their leading scorer, or second leading scorer, I should say. No, he may have been their leading, in fact. But they got this man, Denham Brook. And he has been serviceable, bit of a journeyman.
But to be honest, I was surprised he didn't have a job. I think in terms of a player who has a role to play, he's an excellent pickup for teams across the competition. And he wasn't picked up at that point, possibly because he wanted to stay closer to Auckland. and didn't find somewhere there, but he runs the lane, he plays hard, and he shoots the ball well. You see him putting his body on the line against bigger players defensively as well.
With the Hawks last season, he spent some time with the Bulls as well. Dying seconds of this third quarter, belonging to the Phi and belonging to that man, to Tui Lewis. A rare miss from the corner.
9 seconds on the clock. Tough to see because they don't see the game clock on the drives.
Campbell Scott, second effort underneath is good. And that'll do us. So maybe, just maybe, something for the Jets to take into the three-quarter time huddle. The third quarter belonging to the Phi. They have come out and steamrolled the Jets. Their lead is 18 with a quarter to play. Nomai Hokemaya, welcome back to Fly Palmy Arena this afternoon. The Phi have put their foot down through this third quarter. The fans continue to smile. I'm not so sure about the Jets coach, though. Let's head down to the sidelines. Natu Tofale, good enough to join us. Coach, what was the message at three-quarter time? You need something really big early here in the last.
Yeah, I think it's just been more aggressive on offense and execution. We haven't been able to execute. I mean, we've got a few pieces that are new, so they've been here a couple of weeks, but we should know what we're in. So we do that and do a better job on our coverage, defensive coverages and getting rotations right. Then we may have a chance in this game. We still don't think we're out of it.
Oh my. As you see Carter Hopeboy go up. Coach Tofale, I've seen a real lack of penetration by the Jets offense. The Phi defense is really extending those catches out beyond three. How can you counter that despite the fact that you're not having a great shooting night, just 25% from beyond the arc?
Yeah, we haven't been able to run. We haven't been able to get stops and get out and get our transition going, transition offense going. So it's just, it's twofold, you know. Get the defensive rebounds, get out and run, get easy shots early in transition. But then, obviously, look to penetrate. You know, we haven't done a good job of reversing the ball and opening up the driving lane so we can get there.
Thanks, Natu. Appreciate your time, mate. We'll let you get back to the job at hand through this last quarter. Carter Hawkboy while we were talking to, to Natu.
Oh, I just about yelled at Coach Tofale. I wanted to go, but I held back.
The highlight that was.
Never fun to have the announcers get excited about what somebody just smashing on your team's head.
I'm not sure he would have appreciated it. You're right.
But the streak starts again of things going badly for a coach who's being interviewed by us.
It lasted one interview.
But it's still new streak. Old streak's over.
There's Mustafa Heron at the Chemist Warehouse. That one goes down. They need everything to go right from here. That is an understatement. The Spy team has been impressive.
Look, the Spy squad at times this year has gotten real gummy offensively. They're average 75 points a game. They got 70 right now. If ever is a time for the Jets defense to affect them, the time is now.
They grind teams down, don't they? They held the Giants to 69. couple of weeks ago. In fact, was it the Giants they beat?
Yep, the Five beat the Giants a few weeks ago.
Yeah, they did.
On the Giants' home court.
69. They also held someone else to 69 not that long ago as well. Yeah, a lot of games, isn't there?
I don't know why you're so fixated on the number 69, Justin.
Oh, thank you. And on that note, let's get back to the action. 17-point margin. Oh dear. Here's Liam Judd. Up and under, James Moores.
I like that though. Movement to the corner, come off the on ball, get him the catch, moving towards things. Better activity, down to 15. Some good things happening for the Jets here. Can they continue it? Jackson Stent hasn't played up to this point. You see, they're bringing in these energy guys, trying to get something going.
Scott being one of them. 8 points for him this afternoon. Judd another. Scott in the corner. They are bringing the energy right now. Pass is a tough one for Heron. That'll be a turnover. Heron claiming it came off a hand.
I believe that we're working off the new rules that you actually have to have possession before it comes into the backcourt. So even if it is tipped, which it was tipped there, you have to get it before. It's whoever had clear possession on that side of half. Illegal screen on Denham Brook. Coming the other way.
Second of the afternoon. Illegal screen for Denham Brook.
But as a shooter, they never mind guys using up those fouls to get you illegal on illegal screens. You want to know why? Because for the 2 that get called, there's 10 that don't. So
he moves up to 4 fouls now. Game MVP, by the way. There's the QR code. Get involved.
If Tatui Lewis is in the top of this list, I'll be shocked.
Liam Judd pulls up to 3, puts that one down.
Timeout to the 5.
Yeah, we're back to 12, just like that. So maybe that spark, you talked about it, Casey. Bring in the spark players, the players that can provide some energy, and that's exactly what the Jets have done.
Well, they're locking in. We see better effort defensively. They're forcing those 5 catches out beyond 3. We haven't seen any good open looks on the penetration. And then on the offensive end, they're getting better looks. That's a wide open look for Liam Judd. Look at that. Nobody in his airspace when he's shooting the basketball. They're getting a bit more penetration. The all ball's coming in. Now, there's a timeout. Can they continue it?
That's you or you. Take that shot if you got it.
Some work still to be done here.
Look to throw it. It's a Cam who's
They have come out hot, haven't they, the Jets? And I like the fact that they've done it with some of those young players. Campbell Scott, Liam Judd, Matt Lacey addressing the troops as well for the 5. They've had plenty of winners on the day, but the job's not done yet.
Absolutely not. And this is a big moment for the 5. These are the games where you have to nut down and do what you need to do. They had a 20-point lead coming into the latter stage of this game. Now it's 12 points. How do they react to some adversity? Where do they go now to find some answers offensively? And can they lift their defensive intensity again, which has dropped here for the first couple of minutes of the fourth quarter.
Next 4 games for the 5. They've got the Saints at home, the Giants at home, then they're on the road to play the Tuatara and the Sharks. The next 4 for the Jets. Nuggets here, Saints away, Bulls here, Rams away. Back into the action. Carr can't put it away. The Jets, the fans starting to find some voice.
Good contest by Moores, and look at Heron attack the rim.
Oh, misses what he should have put away.
That's an easy one for him. He's disappointed, but can they string another stop together?
Pero Hunt, strong, puts it back, can't put it down, and here they come, Campbell Scott.
What a different team when they run, man. There is a completely different energy to them.
Jackson Stent halfway down.
I mean, those 2 looks, those drop, it's suddenly a 7-point game. Instead, 5 points left on the table, and they're still down 12.
2 big misses. See if the 5 can respond. This is the man that can do it. Phil Carr, James Moores has him covered. Pero Hunt, a little head bobble.
Oh, that was a big step.
Carr for 3.
Personally, I'm thinking that might be a travel. He caught it, kept going. Phil Carr hits the jump shot to go up to 14 points and go along with 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals.
Good quality. He might come into MVP contention as well.
Anyone doesn't vote for Tatui Lewis, I've got words for him.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. I've already voted for him.
The words are, oh, I guess that's okay. You can choose you.
Barron gets 2 back for the Jets. Margin at 13. Pero Hunt wanted it a long time on the wing.
Jackson Stent Mustafa Heron slowing the pace. They need to stay fast. That is where they're getting their activity before this defense gets set, because the Phi very good in the half court.
We get a basket here. This crowd's going to come to life. James Moores is fouled.
I mean, some very finishable balls for the Jets that they haven't been able to drop. That's 7 points by my count, which would make this a vastly different game, and that's just in the last few minutes. That's what I'm talking about, fans.
There we go.
You got my back. To Tui Lewis up at the top there. Liam Judd getting a shout out. His haircut's always my MVP.
Oh, he's just jumped up to 47%.
Because the people know.
That's thoroughly deserved as well.
Very deserved. He's been fantastic. 14 points at halftime. 9 here in the second half. And I would be very surprised if he doesn't have something to say down these last 5 minutes.
I would like to see just a couple of percentage points there for Phil Carr as well. James Moores converts from the Chemist Warehouse. Tui Lewis leading the MVP vote according to you, the fans. 47%.
Keyshawn Lane coming back in the ball game for Liam Judd.
I'm leaving Judd out there.
I'm leaving Judd out there.
Yeah.
He's been doing good things. He's playing good defensively. He just hit a 3. Keyshawn Lane hasn't really been able to impose his will on the game up to this point.
Margin at 11. Denham Brook's got 4 fouls. Jaden Bazant back to Denham Brook. Good hand in there from Mustafa Heron. Jets get it back.
They have strung a bunch of stops together, but they got to convert on this end to make it worthwhile.
Whitney in the corner. Heron turns it over. Picking it up on the charge. Early foul. Doesn't go down.
That's a smart foul. Really smart foul the way he did it. He's so disappointed with the pass on the other end. It's not the call. And I do not think that is unsportsmanlike. They should not call that unsportsmanlike. That was a play at the basketball, in my opinion.
No, I totally agree. We'll get another look at it here.
He goes across it. Oh, my.
It has been called unsportsmanlike.
Why is that unsportsmanlike? He's reaching for the basketball. It's not reckless. I don't understand the criteria that's been met in that occasion. Are you not allowed to reach for the basketball?
Well, it's about a play on the ball, isn't it? And that was a play on the ball. So it shouldn't have been called.
I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
Saw a few last night as well, didn't we, between the Saints and the Rams?
Maybe my man Ken Colson can shoot me a text and let me know
what
the rule set is on that one.
Well, this is what Mustafa Heron is saying right now. I went for the ball. I made a play on the ball.
He thought he had an opportunity at it, and he went for it. Just because he doesn't get the ball doesn't make that an unsportsmanlike, and there was no recklessness to that one. Even if it was a professional foul to try and stop the break. I'm a little confused by that one, as is Mustafa Heron.
Look, I know it's been a point of emphasis sent out to the teams, but on that occasion, I think the coin officials have got that one wrong.
That's the kind of play that really takes all the momentum out of you.
Especially if the Phi score here. And another foul on Heron, just like that.
I mean, that's a tough angle to see. It didn't look like it was. He says on the arm. I didn't think that was on the arm at all. There might have been some body, but I don't want to focus on. I don't want to focus on the refs though. I want to focus on the play. Oh, there's the foul.
Yeah.
Good call.
Is that his 4th? It's his 4th. So he's got to be really careful now, Mustafa Heron. 2 fouls in seconds to him. Maybe the Phi will target him right now. DeMarcus Holland turns the corner, leaves it behind. Lane comes up with it. Quishon Lane knocked out. There he is again to Tui Lewis.
Excellent hustle, takes away what would have been a layup opportunity. But the Phi hustling to get back in it. That's a tough turnover to get back from. That's a turnover outside 3 with a head start for a couple of the offensive players of the other team, but they all were back in the paint to make that difficult.
Margin at 12, 5 minutes to play. Oh, Jets. What a bad turnover that is. Gee whiz, when you need everything to go your way to get back in the game, that's the worst possible thing that can happen.
Well, where's this ball going to be? Is this ball not going to be on the sideline? Timeout to the Jets. Because if that ball's on the baseline, that's a double mistake by not grabbing it earlier.
Well, it's where you pick it up, isn't it? He never picked it up, so...
Well, he did touch it. They called it over and back. If they didn't call it over and back, so if he touched it, it shouldn't be on the baseline. It should be somewhere on the sideline.
Well, we'll find out after the timeout. Let's head down to the Jets. They've got the work ahead of them. Here's Coach Natu Tofala.
Look to get to the basket. When you come off screen, look for your shot. On defense, just here, when they take the ball out, we're going to a goat. We're in zone. We're in a zone. 2-3, just for one time, all right? James, you in the middle, Stuff on the backside, K here, you and Q at the top, all right? And Cam at the top, just for now, all right? Be aware, they're taking the ball out of bounds on the baseline. You've got to be aware. Yeah, no, we're in zone. Matchup zone, just matchup zone, all right?
What if the ball happens to swing to the middle? Do we go man from there? If they, like, say the 4-man or 5-man catches in the middle, we go man.
No, we'll just stay in the zone. Just stay this one time, all right? Be aware of the shooters.
Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Stay in the 2-3.
Interesting there, Mustafa Heron trying to talk some things up, and maybe with the coach Natu Tofale wanting to go in a different direction. What did you make of that, Mustafa Heron and the coach? Interesting.
Well, it's frustration.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah. Margin sits at 12. Fire with a chance to score. It is off the baseline, Casey, to get back to your point before the timeout.
Yeah, if it's a backcourt, it should be on the sideline, I don't know, but little things, doesn't affect it.
We'll go back to our rule book during the week. You and I usually study it week in, week out. On the buzzer, that'll be a shot clock violation.
Well, the Jets still locked in. Good defense, 4 minutes left. They've done a nice job here in the quarter. They've held the Phi to 6 points, but can they get something going offensively? They've only scored 10 themselves.
Lane. Here's Whitney. Had a hot start. Campbell Scott nowhere to go, has to fire over the top. Moores, offensive rebound. Hard pass for Whitney. Copped a falcon, didn't he?
And just not even looking at it, not wanting the ball. And what's he going to do with it if he does catch it?
Well, nothing off the head, that's for sure.
I mean, even if he catches it, he's cutting to the wing. No real advantage being created.
Tui Lewis steps around. Thought there was a foul, no whistle. Here comes Campbell Scott. Sends it on to Heron off the glass.
And it's back to 10. They're on the precipice. Can they get one more stop?
Matt Lane pensively up off his coaching chair, pacing the sidelines for the Phi. Matt Lacey, I should say.
It's like another coach. We don't need any more coaches in this game.
Here's Holland. Up, in, no, rebound, Moores.
Fast break opportunity, they've got numbers.
Speaking of lanes, Quishorn. Campbell Scott, oh, great work.
What a block.
To Tui Lewis.
And I think he's right. I think that might have gone off the head of Campbell Scott. What a defensive play.
Perfect hand.
Goes for the fake, comes off, gets it. That's off his forehead.
Yep, spot on. Another angle of it here. Well, got up once, smart enough to come back.
What a defensive effort there.
Should be a 5 ball.
These passes by Keyshawn Lane on the out of bounds. Flirting with disaster time and time again.
Stepping back here, no shot, dumps it off. James Moores, he's got to go inside, says back to his left, we're at 8.
Well, he's been so right-hand dominant. We'd love to see that skill being shown on the step through. Down to 8 points. Another stop. They've outscored the Phi 12-6 this quarter.
Big finish coming up at Fly Palmy Arena. Phil Carr, oh, Denham Brook was all by himself.
Yeah, but
didn't even look for it.
But he shouldn't look for it because that's a shot for Phil Carr. When you're crashing the glass, you need guys to shoot the shots they shoot. And Phil Carr does not make that pass. He shoots that ball. He needs to put that on the rim, and then Denham Brook's in great position. I love the extra look, but when you're crashing like that, you expect the guy to do what he normally does.
And he can shoot threes as well. Whitney, second effort was really good.
They have so hard defensively. I just don't know how many more stops they can string together.
William Judd back onto the floor as well. Campbell Scott taking a seat. Here is Denham Brook. Bazant. This is his sort of a shot.
Oh, just a lack of communication defensively. Both players go with the screener.
Jets. One opportunity. They'll go again. Mustafa Heron, corner, Whitney for 3.
I think that was a 2, yeah. He was on the foot on the blind, that's a 2-pointer.
So margin at 8. In fact, That'll get changed up. It'll be 9. There we go, 77 to 68. Just under 2 to play. Bazant, a dagger moments ago. Pero Hunt has been well held today. Big elbow into the chest of Heron. That's an offensive foul.
Well, lockdown defensive play there by Mustafa Heron.
4 fouls as well.
Well done. He re-extends that elbow, and certainly doesn't have that level of effect on Mustafa Heron, but he extends the elbow. I think it's the right call. Now the Jets. Actually, at this point, I'm almost thinking about using my player timeout just to save time. I know they might need it at the end, but the clock is the thing they need most. They have to get this ball up quickly and into offense immediately.
Jets with a couple of fouls to give as well. Keep an eye on that.
That 3 by Jaden Bazant. I think that's gonna end up being the ball game.
Dagger, yeah.
If they don't have that shot here in the 4th quarter, that would have been about 8 minutes without a bucket.
14 for him today, Jaden Bazant. Lane. Heron, they've got to go. Heron turns the corner on Holland. Spinning back, good defense, Holland. Maybe just stepped in with the right leg.
That's going to be free throws now. That's the 15th foul in the quarter. And that really helpful for the Jets. Not only do they get an opportunity to line, well, that might need 2 here for them. They're only 8 for 16.
One of their great weaknesses today, yeah.
But it does stop the clock, and it allows them to play some pressure up front.
So Mustafa Heron here. 12 points this afternoon, 1 of 2 from the Chemist Warehouse. He's about to step up. Just flexing that left arm. Matt Lacey.
Phil, inbound. Cruz, halfway. Cruz, halfway.
Barking out the instructions.
You two, use each other. Use each other, get open. Chris.
Probably would have been a bit more confident a couple of minutes ago.
They've just adjusted the game clock in here. We already had on the screen. Down 8 seconds. They had an extra 8 seconds on there. And now the game back to 8.
And now we've got another stop. So somebody's not happy with the time. Coin officials will have a chat. They're going to leave it at 1:30, are they? They are.
Now this is where it's at. It was at 1:38 in the arena, so they've dropped it to 1:30. But the Sky Sports staff's all over. We had the clock beforehand. We got it going.
Second shot to bring it to 7. Heron from the Chemist Warehouse. That one is good. Here we go. 90 seconds to play. Both teams have their player timeout. Jets with a couple of fouls to give, but they've got to be resolute here. Play good defense. Get a stop. Bazant has already hit 1 dagger 3 in this last quarter. Carr. Moores covers him. Pero Hunt. Baseline, tries to go up and under, blocked by Moores.
Shot clock violation.
Bang, Jets get it back.
Well, they are giving this crowd a little something to hope for. Do they have any timeouts left? Can they advance the ball? I'd be looking at a timeout. Anything to save time. They need to play fast. Speed, speed, speed.
Lane. Moores inside for him. Lane will go it alone. He'll leave it short. I don't know that that was the best decision.
Well, now they got a foul. They've got at least 2 fouls in the kick. Manawatū wants to use the timeout now. Should have used it before that possession because they did not know what they were doing there.
42 seconds. Shot clock at 10. At 8. DeMarcus Holland went for the glory. Left it short. Here comes Whitney. Just like that, end to end, we're back to 5. Timeout called by the Phi.
Timeout by the Phi. Coach Manawatū took off his timeout that he wanted to call after that one. Now, the big thing in the game now, there's just not enough time for the Jets to get back. So out of this timeout, they have to foul twice immediately, right away, to get back into things. It's got to be some free throws. I think at this point, you can't defend a 14 or 24 seconds of defense and then having 8 seconds back. Even if you get it, there's not enough time. You have to foul 3 times and extend the game at the free throw line.
What did you think about DeMarcus Holland going for the slam instead of the easy 2 off the glass?
Oh, he's an athletic guy. You always go for the right. Just mistimed it. He was plenty high enough. Sometimes that happens. It's just an inopportune time for that to do so. But I never have a problem with the guy being aggressive on the rim. If that's your game, attack, do everything you can for it.
Coming up for the Phi after this Wednesday night, they're back into action at home against the Saints. They've got a round 11 home game against the Giants, then they're on the road to play the Tuatara. That is a hard stretch coming up.
It's a hard stretch, but the important game of those three is the one that's sandwiched. The Giants and the Phi are fighting for that 6th spot along with the Hawks. They need to get that one. And then we take a look at the Jets games. That Nuggets team, that right now is certainly a team that they should be circling as one that we can take advantage of. But the Saints and Bulls will not be easy beats.
Giants in the next two have the Hawks and the Phi. So some really key games coming up between those three teams back underway.
Where's the foul or the trap? There's just not enough time left. What is...
It's Holland.
The Phi are just happy to dribble out the entire clock. They don't care. They'll be up 5 with 8 seconds left. That's going to be fine.
Surprising move by the Jets. Clearly fouling not what they're after. Kazan, shot clock at 2, at 1, goes up. Just off to the right. Now a chance. Heron, corner, Judd, 3!
It doesn't matter. There's 0.4 on the clock. There's 0.4 on the clock, so the only way they can get this win is if they steal it, or we'll see if there's 0.4 on the clock in the arena. We have 1 second on our clock here. The only way that the Jets can get this now is if they steal an inbound and somehow throw it in the same motion.
We're just going to see if there's a correction here on the clock, but it certainly won't be a lot.
Yeah, it's at 0.4. The clock is correct, so 0.4 seconds. Nice fight. But in the end, they just didn't understand the situation.
Lost what, 20 seconds, 23 seconds down the other way.
Even on the rebound, call player timeout.
Yep.
Do something that understands that the most valuable thing you had during this comeback in the 4th quarter was time. And now with 0.4 seconds, I mean, unless the Phi for some reason throw a lob at the rim and the Jets put it in.
Well, if you're the Phi, you're putting someone down the other end of the court and you're just tossing it as far as you can.
I'll just chuck it up to the Jets on the other side. It's fine.
Yep. So 0.4 to play here. Bulls and the Giants to come. Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way, followed by the Sal's NBL later tonight, and they'll advance here.
So I see the Jets talking about if you catch the ball, call player timeout.
Yep.
But that is nearly impossible to do in 0.4. So unless they somehow get their hands on this and get it into the hoop in one motion, 5-second call's the key.
Or there's a 5-second violation. Yeah, you're right. So DeMarcus Holland to bring it in. There's 2, there's 3, game over. That'll do us. The Phi get the win. A thriller in the end. Jets on the comeback late. But the Phi and that man right there, Tatui Lewis, did enough, especially through the 3rd quarter here this afternoon. And they win by 2, 77-75. Tatui Lewis finishes with 23, star of the show. 6 triples for him this afternoon. Phil Carr and Jaden Bazan and DeMarcus Holland, 14 apiece. James Moores ends with 17 points and 14 rebounds. But the Jets come up short. Had a win earlier today in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, got home by 3. But in the big one, the Phi continue their march, and that will take them up into the top 6 when we come to a close in round 9. The Bulls and the Giants still to come. Khalil Whitney in the middle there, his opening game here in New Zealand. He ended with 17 points and 9 rebounds to go with 4 blocks. There is the live ladder. The Phi move up to 6th with the win here this afternoon. The Giants still to come. They've got a chance to move on up. As we mentioned earlier, between the 3, the Phi, the Hawks and the Giants, the Giants play both those teams above them over the next 2 rounds. Where 2 for the Jets, just 1 win for the season. And they had their chances here this afternoon. You would think their final 6 chances are done for season 2024. Tatui Lewis, an absolute star today. He's the MVP. Got your vote, got our vote. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, Tatui, a heck of a game. You had a huge block in the scheme of things of Campbell Scott at the end there. What was the key to the Phi being able to just barely hold on and get this victory?
Just everyone like trying to play their part, not trying to do too much, you know, like, man, I don't know what to say, to be honest.
Well, coming into this one, it's hugely important in terms of the season. You guys are now in 6th spot. You're holding on to that final spot. What's the key for the Phi moving forward on this to get some momentum from a huge win?
Just gonna get back into the lab, like work on our stuff. There's a couple things that we did pretty bad. Right at the end, we let them come back, so we got to keep our foot on the pedal at the end. Yeah, other than that, I think we're good.
Offensively from yourself, 23 points, a career high in the NZNBL. You're a young man who's been aching for this opportunity, aching for it. You've gotten it today, now you've got it. How can you hold on to it and continue to perform like this?
I'm just gonna keep putting my work and all my extras that I've been doing. People who've been with me, they've been seeing it, so, you know.
Talk to me about that. When you put in your work, the extras, what does that look like for a player like yourself?
Just getting shots up, working on the handle, watching film, and then talking to trying to guard this guy, you know.
Well,
yeah.
Great win, good job today, and good luck moving forward to it.
Thank you. We're here, though. That's all it is.
Well, the 21-year-old certainly brought his A game today. A product of the Waikato. Tatui Lewis came in with a career high 18. He's gone up by another 5 today, 23 for him. His shot from outside is deadly. Those corner ball threes are usually fire, and he delivered a number of them this afternoon. He really stepped up when the Phi needed it the most as well. Blew this game open in the 3rd quarter, but he can change it up. We saw it right throughout. His ability to also get to the rack was on show. Tatui Lewis, the game MVP this afternoon, and a deserved winner with you, the fans and the viewers as well. Jaden Bazan, of course, is the captain of the Tauranga Whai. He's back in familiar territory. Spent a couple of seasons with the Jets. He's a happy man leaving the camp this afternoon. Here he is with Casey Friend.
Well, Jaden, an impressive win today, but it's been a few weeks coming. We've seen an improved style of basketball from the Phi, basically since the exit of Vance Jackson Jr. What has been the key to the Phi coming together with a little less talent, but a lot more effort?
Yeah, that's just, I think, working together more, you know, without Vance on our team anymore. That's a lot of shots for other guys. So guys like Tatui, Cruz, myself, have stepped up, and yeah, we've just been staying consistent through our process.
The offense has been good, but I think the defenses have been better. You played excellently against Canterbury earlier in the week, or in the game up to the 4th quarter. Things got away from you, but defensively, what has been the key? Is it just sticking to the game plan, or is there something else that's coming in on the special sauce?
I think it's a little special sauce. We started the season a little bad on defense, so it's definitely been one of our things to focus on is the defensive end. And with our group, when we get stops, it helps us on offense.
Speaking of offense, without that 3 late in this ball game, your team is going to lose the game. What was going through your mind offensively? Things were sticky, a little bit gummy in the 4th. You needed a bucket. You hit a big shot. What were you thinking?
Man, I don't really think too much out there. Well, I just got to my spot and I played what was in front of me. They were in a drop, took the 3. Thank God I made it.
Moving forward, you've got your hands on the 6th spot now. You guys are sitting in 6th spot as of right now. What do the Phi have to do moving from here on forward to hold on to their grip to that?
Yeah, we got to keep locking in, being consistent at our practices, putting work into our bodies, stretching, diet and stuff. But really, it's just coming in on game day and working as hard as we can. You know?
Appreciate the time, but you got a shout out? You always got a shout out.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to all my family in New Plymouth. I'll see you soon. RIP Nana Nora, I love you so much.
Appreciate the time. Good job, my bro.
There's the skipper of the Tauranga Whai, Jaden Bazant. Good game from him. Dagger 3 in that last quarter. The Phi get it by 2. Stick with us on the other side of the break. Chemist Warehouse stats for this one this afternoon. We'll look ahead to the Bulls and the Giants, and we'll chat with more stars from the NZNBL.
guys are as well. Just so we don't trip over any important things, eh?